Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Downstage Dungeons.
Is this the other final season change that?
No, I was just compensating because my voice cracked. Today.
His voice drops 2 octaves.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to Downstage Dungeons.
Let's play some D&D.
How's it going, cast?
Very good.
Woohoo!
Hooray!
Doing great.
Today, on this very special episode 74 of Downstage Dungeons, we are going to be starting one of the final 2 chapters of our campaign. We are going to be departing on the World Save Saga! Yay!
And he's adjacent because he's half spellcaster.
What?
What's going on?
Ida has higher level spell slots than you.
Like wizard. What about wizard?
You're not a wizard.
No, sorcerer.
Anyway, today...
What is happening? We were like spellfire. Oh, yeah.
Hi, Gav. Today, we are going to be meeting back up with the party after a very long couple of days in the former capital of Elwahan, Vordarin, that has now just been, it's been wasted. There were demons, there was the big bad evil guy, there was a dragon. As Maximus Ultor tirelessly, in an attempt to stop the Vorhawk plot and to stop the Paragon Assembly. They weren't stopped all the way, but you did contribute, at least. You were able to help.
You killed one of them.
You killed one of them. As you guys helped evacuate the city, but not without loss, losing a couple of friends, soldiers, long allies. And also, one of the most notable is that the fates of Imogen Lycansky, Charan Alakir, Steve, all unknown. Sorry, I wasn't laughing because Steve is dead. I was laughing because his name next to those 2 very intricate. I'm sorry. That wasn't
I feel like
nice.
he's just really getting the shaft right now.
So,
he will always hold the same place in my heart as any of these other humans. Okay, Steve is important. I think.
Really?
Steve lives on.
Steve lives on.
But,
No, he was okay.
So, the heroes of the realm have spent the last couple of days, in fact, near a month now, escorting the remaining citizens of pretty much not only Vordarin, but the denizens of Davenport that had to leave their home as the Paragon Assembly attacked from Enron to north. The denizens of Sentinel, they were the first ones to really lose their homes as Sentinel was run over by monsters and magics. And now the people of Vordarin also suffering a same fate as they travel to the final bastion of humanity, the last great fortress of free will for this kingdom, Wintercrest. And not quite arriving at Wintercrest, on the outskirts, is where we are going to pick up our story in the snowy tundra of northeast Elwahan, kind of right snug in the corner between the Eternatui Mountains and the dwarven lands of Darnagon. And that is where we will pick up. So, we are going to start off kind of seeing where the gang is at. So,
Christmas.
Pretty good.
the light coming from the overcast clouds above you still reflect the snow back up on this large encampment that you guys have had set up near the Eternatui Mountains for a couple of days. This is kind of the last campsite you guys will be in charge of as denizens of each of the cities are slowly being migrated to Wintercrest to kind of ease them into having to hoard all these population. Although Wintercrest, by design, is supposed to be this secure fortress city and a last resort for this kingdom. Lord Kairos Dragonsaur is one of the mightiest humans in the land. He actually trained Calamy Torhu, and so he is rad. He is very cool. I'm very excited for you guys to meet him eventually.
Kairos Dragonsaur?
Lord Kairos Dragonsaur.
Is that in relation to Kyrie Dragonsaur?
Might have to find out.
Oh! Okay.
So, not quite at Wintercrest yet, but at this encampment, there is no name, and also, you know over the last couple of weeks, although you do have Callum and Penelope now leading these people, word has traveled about the new Sorcerer Supreme, or the Sorceress Supreme of Barad-dûr, the 9th. Penelope Chrono-wise. Definitely still a vacuum in the leadership, as King Heron was a good and righteous king. He ruled for many years. He raised a wonderful son in Calamite Torhu. He was slain in the final battle at Vordarin by the Mali Deus that your team was quick to exact vengeance on. But through this gap of leadership, there's still respect, but there's a lot of solemn woe amongst the people. There's just not a lot of hope. Many of these people have had to move homes many times because of this war, and after seeing battle after battle, lives lost, homes destroyed, they go to what is their final destination. And there really has not been any indication to know that Wintercrest will not fall like everything else. That being said, Wintercrest has never fallen before. No army has even breached the outskirts wall, let alone the Black Tower that stands as a symbol of strength of Wintercrest. That being said, we're going to start with you, Ida, on our journey. You're very familiar with this land. I mean, the outskirts of Wintercrest, your home. It's been a while since you've been in this area last. But you've kind of taken you would have taken kind of a role of responsibility in this large group. There were a lot of wounded over the last couple months after not only the events at Vordarin, but also bandits and wildlife and honestly battalions of the Paragon Assembly have besieged this group, but luckily Maximus Ultor has been around, as well as just a small militia of the remaining guardsmen. Callum's cavalry, what remains of that, is also here. So you often see people riding on horseback, scouting around this huge group of citizens. But even at the Temple of Healing, like, healers stay behind and they heal, and you are probably one of the more premier and definitely the most powerful healer for all these people. So whispers of your name have kind of been muttered to those in need. So you have kind of taken a little bit of a leadership role at this point, just because, not because you took it, but because it was in need, that needed filling, and you were there to do it. You get people every day coming to find you if they are sick, if they are wounded or weary. There's always a separate part of the campsite that's kind of like the medical area, set up for you and all of the people here. That being said, you have a lot of stuff to move today. There's a lot of new supplies that you were able to get. The cavalry often goes to outskirts of towns, which have all pretty much been evacuated, and bring back any supplies, and they got a pretty good haul last time. And Marv said he would help you. So you might need to track down the gang a little bit, see if you can get a few extra hands, because as it is, there's only like maybe a dozen healers for this entire group of people. You're short-handed, you're busy, and there's these heavy boxes that Marv said he would help you out with today. It's pretty early in the morning as well. It's probably 8, 9 a.m. You think he's probably asleep somewhere, as Marv does. But in this encampment, you do see like there are people working around you and like trying to set up the open part of the medical tents today. You already have multiple people that have been staying there a while that you have to check up on, especially soldiers, amputees, people with chronic illnesses, often there. That being said, still a lot of work to do. How would you like to start your day? For you guys are on stream.
Perfect.
Was the stream audio okay, Aaron?
Yeah.
Am I echoey? Because I can fix that.
Not echoey. You're a teeny tiny bit loud.
Oh, I can fix that as well.
And then y'all's mic was a little echoey.
I can turn up the gain on that one. So Ida, what you gonna do?
We all still have our earrings, right?
Yes.
Are we rolling for that? We're waiting for that.
Oh, did you want to roll for help?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I just don't know if we're waiting for.
Here, let's go as characters are introduced. So Ida, why don't you tell us what level you are taking for level 15, and you can roll your hit die.
I took another level in cleric.
Yay!
Level 15 now.
That would be a crazy.
Can you check it again for me, Aaron?
Reroll ones.
I took a level in
Reroll ones
fighter.
and twos.
Reroll roll 2.
Hey.
3!
Hey! Plus con.
So that'll bring me up 6 points.
Nice. Alright, Ida.
I would like to sound off in the earrings, I guess, to see who's awake.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
I will say, Rowan and Kevin, you definitely don't hear this because it's very loud where you are right now, but we'll get to there in a little bit. You guys are very preoccupied. But Sora, you hear this, as does Marv. Before we check in with these two characters, Samira will actually be leaving the party during this time skip, asking Rowan to take her to Azetheron. She's got to talk to Dad and figure some stuff out, investigate the Zika situation, and she didn't want to take Rowan away from where he needed to be to do that, but she'll call you if she needs you. But if Samira wanted to have any interactions or leave anything with the party, nope, peace out.
She gave you the pour.
Gave you the pour, dapped Kevin up.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. So, as far as you two go, Sora, this probably isn't a very good time for you either. You're,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, it's really loud.
You're okay. It's facing the other way, so I never know. You are talking to some pretty important people right now, so you might have to get back to them. Marv, you're talking to a group,
Oh no.
but you're probably the freest to respond.
We want to say he's preaching.
In a sense.
Do you respond, Marv?
I'm gonna ignore the first call.
Then no one responds to you, Ida.
You're welcome to try again.
You're welcome to try it again. It's crazy.
You can also try to reach someone specifically.
Hey Marv, remember what we talked about with
Ooh.
responding?
You were gonna help her this
Especially when you
morning.
say that you're going to help with something and then you don't show up.
Right, sorry. Some people needed me.
Lots of people need all of us.
Well, I'm fond of these people. They like me.
You hear a kind of in the background.
I am also fond of the people that I am taking. Can you please just help move boxes like you promised?
Yep, on my way.
That loud cheer of people did not actually come from too far away. You heard it outside of the earring as well.
Get it.
So like as it happened, he's like, so he's over there.
I'll start walking over.
So as you do, it's just turning the corner, and Marv is actually still sitting like on a box, actually a box of closed medical supplies still. And there is a circle of humans around him, just listening to every word he's saying. Is there anything you'd like to talk to them about, Marv, as this group of people eagerly listening to what you have to
I
say?
think I'll just be like in the middle of.
Go for it.
Let's see.
The lightning, the being raised from the dead,
And then all of a sudden, whoa, turn, and then nothing. Next thing I know, I'm back. In all of my glory, I go up, wham! Wham! Wham!
I know you're getting this story.
I hear a scream. As I tell us, I'm gonna look over. That's when I'll find a Sierra, and I'll like kind of slow down. I have some business to attend to.
Yes. Specifically with that box that he's sitting on.
You go about your business, and we'll meet tonight.
When the full moon rises.
And then I'll stand up, I'll take the box, walk over toward Ira.
So?
I was busy.
With?
My friends.
Doing?
One of them will like come up next to you and like pat you and actually do a little bow and then walk away.
I'll give like a little pet nod to each of them.
Uh-huh.
Walk by.
Yeah.
Just talking. I was telling a story.
About how you died and my goddess resurrected you? Yes, I was there.
You see that some of these people are like passing around this big cup of water and giving it to the next person.
And you're doing a communion.
It's happening! It's happening!
Doing a thing!
Well, we are all water.
And various other materials.
Yeah, but there's a lot of water, if you think about it.
About 75%, I've been told.
Yeah. And we're all water together.
How would Ira know
She's educated on medicine.
Yeah, she would, auto learning.
Anyway, boxes.
To my side of the camp, please. She's just gonna start silently walking.
Yeah, I'll just follow her.
This
Okay.
has got the energy of like mom dragging the ear of the little kid.
So as you make it back, Marv, there's this big mountain of boxes that just need to be opened, distributed, and moved around. It's quite a big chore, and you know. Ida, you already have people lining up for the day, seeking healing. You have a couple of people around you that are pretty helpful. There's a green dragonborn male that is kind of a priest that's been helping. There's 2 turtles of Uta that have been helping with the healing, and a couple of humans as well from the Temple of Healing.
This box comes with me to this group. If you could just start with the rest.
Ida!
Yes.
Ida! You're gonna hear a voice kind of pushing through the crowd. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, it's urgent. You're gonna see a blue dragonborn woman kind of pushing through the crowd. I'm sorry. I told her I knew you, and you're gonna see her next to this beautiful dark red haired woman who's very pregnant, kind of holding her stomach and breathing deeply. This is Katrina.
Yay!
She's alive!
She's alive!
Hey, how's up, baby?
Well, not her baby.
Next to this, slender considering about to pop, red-haired woman.
Okay. In the tent, I'll
Red
motion
hair?
for one of the
Not a Lycan's guy.
turtles.
Sure. One of them will see you like, I'll get some towels.
And then I'll start setting up a private area in the tent, I guess.
No, she's just a...
Okay.
Yeah, we don't know where they are, huh? The wave signs.
Yeah, you'll find a little private area, and Marv, are you doing anything with this?
Just unloading boxes.
Okay, you'll wait outside then.
Yeah.
Ida, go ahead and make a medicine check. Have you delivered a baby before?
Well, considering I used to work in my town's Temple of Healing, I would hope so.
That's probably not where deliveries would happen as much, but you probably have done a lot of the recovery process.
That's fine anyway. That's a 29.
29. Oh, you read a lot of books. Yeah, you
What's
get.
your plus in medicine?
10.
Got a natural 19. Nice.
My siblings have kids.
Anyway, as you kind of start this process, this is not like, oh, they just started labor. This is like, oh, it's coming. The woman with the red hair is gonna. Oh, hi, my name's Crystal, by the way.
I'm so good.
I'm Ira.
Great. It's gonna be kind of hard for her to talk, as you are gonna just. Thank you. You're gonna be delivering this child for quite a bit of your morning. Okay.
What a way to start.
Quest.
Aw.
So-
Miracle of life.
I bet
Meanwhile,
Karen
over
lives.
the road.
Do you have a little health, Josh?
Oh yeah, Marv, please. What level are you taking?
Barbarian.
Yay!
12, right?
Yeah, it's a D12 plus your Constitution modifier.
Must be nice. Must
Not
be
saving throw.
nice. To roll above a 6.
What was it?
A 4.
Oh,
4 plus?
I feel like I did
It
that.
was 2 plus 2.
You did.
Oh, you reroll 1s and 2s in my campaigns.
Beautiful. 11. Yay.
Yeah, plus 2 is plus 13, which brings your total health to
151.
level 15. 151.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's only 8 points behind me.
You cannot be power word stunned at full.
So,
Congratulations.
Sora, kind of off the beaten path of this, talking to Callum and Girion is pretty intimidating. As
Am I talking? I feel
probably not that much. Girion and Callum have been talking a little bit about the logistics of Callum taking over. At this point in the conversation, they're probably at a point of like, well, I don't want to just show up in Wintercrest and take over what Lord Kairos is already doing a great job of, and he should probably be the one to lead us through these times. Have you spoken to Lord Kairos recently? He is not, he is respected, but not really a people person, and neither am I.
I sort of laugh when Gurion says he's not.
He's gonna glare at you. We need a people person. I mean, I'll need help. Sora, I was actually gonna talk to you about this. I mean, obviously once I get everything set up, you and Garth will be pardoned and put back into station. But I guess that will just depend on if that's something you would want.
Is Garth okay?
Oh yeah, he's okay. He's here somewhere. He's probably nearby, actually. But he's Callum's cavalry, so he's always doing something on the outskirts
Okay, cool.
of town. So
I didn't know if
you weren't seeing each other a lot, but he's fine.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Or is he? Yeah, he's fine.
Whoa.
That was nuts.
Whoa.
I'm sure Garth would like that.
Right, Garth. Do you want me to still call you? There's not really a reason for you to hide, but I'll respect your whatever name you wish to be called by.
I've grown pretty fond of Sora.
Okay.
But I mean, you can ask Adam.
Right. Sorry, I have to translate your guys' names
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's tough sometimes.
I called him Gadam once. That was embarrassing for both of us. Everyone was like, "Who's Gadam?" And I was like, "I'm not sure. Who's Gadam with you?" And it didn't really make any sense, and it was just kind of weird.
I'm just gonna laugh really hard.
You do see at this point, he does have some pretty gnarly burns on his neck now. He's weathered. His once fine hair is a little bit frizzy and longer. I mean, he lost his father just a month ago, and he hasn't really unpacked it. But you know, once we retake Vordarin, and we might tear down that manor and make something else, but
Fine. I mean, I think I saw a lot of things go up in flames and demons
Good.
and
Good.
meteor.
less good.
No.
But just so you know, your birthright, and if life was kinder to you, is on the Council of Vordarin. So, if that's a path you decide to seek out,
It's,
I would appreciate your counsel. The few days Talarian was with us, he spoke highly of you.
it helped Larry.
I like that guy.
Yeah,
He's so cool.
he is so cool.
I know. The big scythe? I mean, I love, don't get me wrong, he takes out his sword. This thing's awesome.
Oh, that it? Where did you get that?
The theme music starts playing.
Well, actually, it was given to me by Lord Kairos. There are some pretty talented blacksmiths in not only Wintercrest, but also in his own family.
Oh.
Yeah. One of his, 7 daughters is pretty talented. She didn't make this one, but anyway, besides the point, he knew that my path was a little bit more aligned with the light of Elwia, and so he had this forged for me. It's something I can help others, and it helps me as well.
Yeah, chosen one of Elwia.
I wouldn't say I'm like the chosen one. She chooses a lot of people. I mean, we're all kind of her chosen people.
Feels kind of chosen one-y.
No, I mean, Girion's like, it's pretty chosen. I mean, Girion's done way more stuff than I am, and he has experience, which outranks everything. He's like, it's good that you know that.
Yeah, but you got this, like, that good guy thing, too.
Yeah, Girion has... You look over, and Girion has, like, this dark countenance. I'm a people person.
Well, Callum, if you need help, I will always help you.
Oh, I always need help. My strength almost exclusively comes from others.
You are a disgustingly good person.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be...
Don't apologize for it.
Karen's like, oh, this guy is too cute. Anyway. Hi, Just Jay. That kind of leads me to our business, Sora.
Did you want your ring back?
You can hang on to it. It was my mother's.
Okay. That's sweet. Does Sora know what happened to his family? Probably just.
You know nothing good. For the most part, you know Fascia was the only one that was kind of left. And, you know, she's been in and out of being alive, so... You don't know a ton about...
Are they with us?
No.
Oh.
No, Fascia and Ched were noticeably missing at the battle and have not been traveling with you guys. And you haven't been able to contact them.
Yeah, it's fair,
So,
it's fair.
you guys and Girion have assumed that they fled with the pirates.
Okay.
At some point, they were doing a lot of good. At some point, they gotta start taking care of their crew.
Yeah, fair.
But Sora, you should know that I've disbanded Thief Haven.
It's a big part of me that's like, so you, me, I'll let Tavler know.
Tavler's here. Yeah, no, I heard him. He's just been like leaning in the corner. It's kind of what he does. It's fine.
You're so good at
No, it's cool.
You're just so good at being sneaky.
That was the one thing I was told to do, so... Always following orders, sir. Kind of salutes Girion. Yes. Well. Anyway, I thought it was...
Pissed off.
There are so few of us now, Vordaeron it has expired, and those who are left, I just urged to... I've sent out a couple of ravens for those who are left to go make a home. Leave.
Probably not a lot left for Thievery right now.
There's also just not much left that those without substantial power like you and I can do. You're gonna hear Tavler like kick something over. Okay, if you want to be involved in the conversation, come join the circle. Nah, I'm good. It's fine. Anyway, I thought you should know. So if you do want to steal from Callum, you can do that now.
You know, it didn't help last time.
I hold your oath. I hold your oath fulfilled. Yeah, you can steal something if you want. I could hide something.
Oh my gosh, you just need somebody to not be nice for you.
Everyone's like, yeah, you two actually make a pretty good pairing looking at Girion and Callum. They both kind of shoot him a look.
So what he means to say.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea. And Girion's like, you're all fools. Anyway.
Well, are you gonna stay in Wintercrest? Is that your plan?
I'll be staying in Wintercrest for a while. I need to speak with Lord Kairos and Penelope. Figure out what the next plan is, because frankly, there's so few of us now.
Did we get away with that keystone?
The last I heard, it was in your treehouse, which we no longer have access to since Imogen Lycansky is missing in action.
Can I sense if I still have connection to a teleportation circle?
No,
Okay.
that's not really how that works. You can try to make a teleportation circle and see if there's a reaction.
Well, teleport can take me to any teleportation circle I know.
You still need to know, remember in the rules of this world, because I think teleportation circle's kind of silly, first it needs to be set up and you need to know the codes.
Teleport.
I know, but that still works with teleportation circles. You still would need to know like the codes and the layout of
Right,
things.
and
That being said, you would have to try to use it and see if it works.
Okay.
So there wouldn't be like a sense.
Can I try?
You want to just try to teleport?
I want to try. Well, I would like to try to connect to the teleportation circle.
Okay, you will have to cast it.
Yep.
So we'll take the spell slot for the day.
I have 2.
Okay.
3.
Sure. Where would you like to teleport?
The treehouse.
Make a history check.
Okay.
See if you can recall the last teleportation combination.
I know, but I made such a point to do that every time.
I was gonna say, like, don't we have a copy of that?
Well, we changed it after Vivian.
I just have been good.
But
Sorry, I can't talk to chat a ton, but I'll keep an eye on it.
But I
Gotta
did
do the whole
make
DM
sure
thing.
to learn it every time that she changed it. I made a point. I'm sorry, what are you having me roll?
History.
Oh, okay. I was pulling up the spell. Okay. But it's one of the only two I know.
What was your history check? Well, that one changes every time she moves it.
5, but I thought you only changed it once.
She moved it multiple times because she also moved it back to the bell tower, and you guys never went back there. So if she changed it during that one, it would be different from when you last remember it. But again, you can certainly try.
I feel like you don't want me to go back to the treehouse.
Crazy.
I didn't roll high enough.
Yeah, you're as you cast this spell and focus on it, your memory's a little hazy because you don't have a perfect memory feat, and then the spell will fizzle as there is no connection made to the teleportation circle in Imogen's treehouse.
Alright, I won't fight you on it, but I should be able to teleport there without teleportation circles.
Of course. That being said, Sora, Tavlor, of course, you owe no oath to me. You are bound to me by no reason. The rest of your travels will be as Knights of Barad-dûr, Maximus Ultor, or, of course, there's no judgment at any time during this horrid quest. If you choose to leave, find a house somewhere, grow a farm. Okay, why are you looking at me the whole time while you're saying that? A farm.
I'm pretty sure if things don't go well, there's not gonna be many homes left. So I think I'll fight for that. Though if you want to be part of Maximus Ultor, now that there's no Thief Haven, we still have a group.
I don't play well with others, you know this.
The honorary member?
That's alright. I have my own identity.
Well, you'll always be my captain.
I'll give you a little salute.
She's gonna do a backbone very bad.
He'll kind of laugh at that because you've never been good at it.
No.
Anyways. I make for Wintercrest today. Callum. Sora.
I'll meet you there.
Tavlor. Sir.
Don't forget to check in. Let us know how you're doing. Don't just disappear!
He's gonna grab his amulet around it, purple amulet around his neck, hold it forward, and Pokeball out the Pegasus and jump on it.
I was gonna ask if Pegasus made it out over there.
Yeah, he flies on it a lot. Fly away, a little black feather comes down and lands in the snow, leaving you with Callum.
Can I grab the feather?
Oh, do you collect those?
That's just, something about people taking off makes you want to keep something.
You can add Pegasus feather to your inventory. Might have some value. Black Pegasus feather, very rare.
Well, that felt nice.
Good eye. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. So we're gonna roleplay, tell a little story, play a little game, hopefully have some laughs, have a good time. You can listen. There's also 73 other episodes on YouTube. Most of them are good. Some are bad. I'll be real. So.
Do you want me to roll for health before you move?
Yeah, please, Sora. What will you be taking a level in?
Sora is taking a level in sorcerer.
Yay!
Crazy.
Sora.
One of these days she'll have a druid arc.
Maybe. There's 2 chapters left, so we'll see.
I was gonna say, in this campaign.
Probably 20 or less
In
sessions
the
left.
epilogue.
That's wild.
Okay.
Campaign 1.
3 plus 2, so plus 5.
You guys are rolling really bad on health.
I know. Well, I can only roll up to 6.
Oh, hey, no, mid. Mid. Very good.
Yeah.
So, Kevin, the snowfall, although slow as you fly through the air, stings on your face as you try to keep your eyes on your owlin opponent before you. Cantrips only, gentlemen. As instructed, as Penelope Chronowise looks up through the snow.
Oh,
Yes.
Blizzard training! Blizzard training!
Alright, you guys have 30 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Roll for initiative.
That's so sick.
PvP!
I like that
I'll
a
just
lot.
ignore that I wasn't invited to this, but you know, I can't learn any more spells than I know.
Wait, can we roll like our? Can I? Okay, never mind.
Just add on to your lore for the,
How'd it go?
for the cult.
Um,
So 30 temporary hit points.
30 temporary hit points.
Cool.
You know,
This is Penelope Chronowise's borrowed time.
Set
Set you up for a little bit of training.
18.
Also 18.
What's your dex score?
16.
16.
Oh, rollies! D20.
Fire, that's fire.
Just a straight roll, no adding.
18.
Just no adding anything.
Yep.
11.
All right, Rowan, you're first.
Get hit.
Very cool. We'll fire off demon fire firebolt.
Demon firebolt.
Cantrips only, no shield, nothing.
You can do whatever you want. Penelope said cantrips only. You are your own people. Also, Rowan has much higher level spells than you, and
a
the
lot more
focus
cantrips.
here is definitely spells. You are also explicitly told not to use your sword during this, which would be your advantage. So you could do whatever you want, but Mom is in the other room.
That's true.
Always wanting.
Okay.
So you can.
Yeah, that's true. No.
And I'm in the air right now.
You're both flying in the air.
Okay. Awesome.
In a light snow, but as you move through it, it kind of feels like the snow is a little faster because you're hitting the snow, flying
Make
about
sure
each
to-
other. On the outskirts of the town, some space has been made for you. You look down and see Penelope just kind of tipping her hat up with the clock on it, just watching you guys and studying your movements.
That's awesome. All right. So I'll fire it off. 21.
Would you like to use shield?
If I use any other spell besides a cantrip, then Rowan's just gonna finger him death.
I'm not. I would never.
I don't trust you. 'Cause
Never.
you love that spell so much.
No, I would.
Dude, it would probably hit. Go ahead and roll damage, Ron.
Okay, cool. That'll
A little
be
PvP in this session, a little PvP.
a little bit. These 3d10 and drawing. Okay. Why can't I do math right now? 25.
Whoa!
That's almost a one shot.
25
Another cantrip.
necrotic. 25 necrotic.
Okay.
That's
Again, you guys can do whatever you want. Alright, anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Rowan?
And then I will, I don't know, I'll back up a little bit, create a little bit of space.
Okay.
I'll give myself a little
Sure.
15 feet of extra.
Good move. He is a faster flyer than you with the cloak of Jobin, but...
Yeah, so.
Kevin, over to you.
The borrowed time.
Yeah. You try to restore a few...
I'm gonna. I'll firebolt.
Okay. Regular firebolt.
Regular
Still
firebolt.
good.
Still good. That's dirty 20.
Imagine
Gonna
Rowan
use
cast
shield?
shield here.
Hey, I can use shield.
Counterspelled by Miss Penelope.
I can imagine it would. No, I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll that damage, Kevin.
And then. 14 fire damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna action surge it.
Yeah! Do it!
Okay, another hit.
What was it?
It's a natural one.
Oh. Yeah, he shoots off one firebolt.
Waste of an action
You guys actually
surge.
shoot a firebolt at each other, and they kind of like graze each other. There's a little spark between them of like blue and green as they pass each other. Yours hits you in the shoulder. Kevin gets hit right in the jaw, which kind of knocks him up. And his second firebolt kind of fizzles and misses. But the second one did hit you in the shoulder, and it probably stung quite a bit. Kind of like trying to put out the flames a little bit. As you do, instead of feeling like the burn and blood, what you're actually going to see is this like golden magical sand kind of fizzle off of you instead, which is the effect of borrowed time. It's going to take up Penelope's magic instead of your hit points, which is what temporary hit points are. So instead of blood, you'll see like golden sand kind of dripping down the side.
That's dope.
It's now your turn, Rowan.
Okay.
Unless you want to do a bonus action or anything.
Just so you
Fortunately,
can
healing
feel
cannot
the
restore temporary hit
difference.
points.
I was gonna say.
With the blue and the green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so cute.
Does the enemy token restore temporary hit points?
No.
Okay, then yeah. That's,
All right, Rowan. It's your turn. Take a hit.
All right.
Also remind you do still have the belt that can be used as a reaction.
Yeah.
Okay, just because you haven't used it in a while.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So I'll kind of maintain my distance. Maybe I'll kind of strafe off to the left to a good 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to, using a different one this time, I'll cast Hold the Dead.
Oh.
Make a wisdom save.
Way to go for the weakness.
where's my lowest stat? One second.
You got a couple Indomitables.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I just have the one. And
Thanks, Just Jay.
yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, Indomitable. Mom's watching. You got a, I think you have another one.
No, it's just one.
Oh,
I
just
don't
one
get
right
a
now?
second one until like 17.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't get it.
Uh-huh.
Basically.
So,
I failed.
oh, you failed.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage for Till Dead.
There's the rest of his temporary hit
3d12
points.
now?
How do you want to do this? Unless you roll all ones.
Yeah, it'll probably take out your temp HP, that's
Dang it.
for sure.
Well, he has 5 left.
I got marked.
It'll take out your temp HP with one of the dice.
Mhm.
Yeah, it'll
Does that go into my actual HP?
A little bit, yeah.
yeah, so it'll be 14 across damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
As you do this, Kevin, you are gonna see like the last of the golden sand kind of flicker off, and then you start feeling really poor, and you kind of grab your side, and then at that, Penelope is gonna shout, "All right, that's enough, boys. You can come down now." If you
and-
choose to no longer be an initiative.
Yeah. Oh, well, Rowan will actually fly over to Kevin and be like, "Hey, y'all good?"
Yeah, I'm good.
You've probably done this a couple times now over the last couple weeks working with Penelope. You getting introduced a little bit to kind of what chronomancy is because you asked, and then Kevin, you've gotten a lot of training. You got a new book, I would say,
Yay.
chronomancy level 2 spells, and most of this is handwritten as well because it's not so official yet. There's a lot of warnings on it, as chronomancy is one of the most volatile types of magic, which is something you've already learned in your training.
Those first shots were really cool. Come on, that was.
I appreciate it.
I reckon you would have been in real trouble if he was able to focus on that second shot.
Indeed. That first one hit pretty hard.
I appreciate it.
Of course, I mean, you also were without your sword as usual, and Rowan is a little bit more in touch with the arcane. Not to insult, I'm sure if this was a duel with blades, well,
I would die.
you would probably die. Super dead. But you each have your own strengths, but always remember to be creative with how you use your power. Your strength is only limited by your own imagination. Charon always said a mage with great imagination is mightier than a mage with arcane strength. So always try to be creative to give yourself an advantage. Use your environment. The mind of the other person is something that is always changing. Make sure yours is the same. Am I clear?
Yes.
Good. Rowan, I do have something for you. Just gonna reach in. Just because you asked, you're not going to be able to tap into any of the basic chronomancy spells until you learn the basics of how to manipulate time. And the building blocks of that is getting used to the rhythm of this. She's gonna take out a golden pocket watch. This can be used as an arcane focus.
Watch Rose.
Listen to the rhythms. You won't be able to cast any spells unless you can memorize each second as it passes. When your heart beats faster, it'll be harder to count. So work on it in battle.
He'll take it, string it up in a way so that it like sits right there on his chest so he
Yeah.
can feel it at all times.
There is no destroying time. It can be created or borrowed. It's infinite, and yet it is the opposite of infinity. therefore can only be moved, shaped, or stretched to be a different shape. And for the very powerful, moved or stored someplace else. This is the basic principle of chronomancy. Kevin, you've already had this lesson. You're just like, yep.
I memorized all the seconds.
Good.
All 60 of them.
And
60 of them.
Rowan, you have a tendency to get ahead of yourself. Be very careful, and if anything, don't manipulate your own time. That's very dangerous. I wouldn't even have Kevin try any of those spells yet.
Understood.
Good.
I'm actually looking over my spell list currently.
I've learned a number of painful lessons through magic, and I intend to follow them.
Of course. Kevin, how is starting to practice moving around your time bubble spell going?
It's going decently. I think it helped us out quite a bit as a hero. Yeah.
Got us out of quite a bind.
Have you done a number of times?
Good.
No, it's fine.
Remember, to slow time is also to slow life, so be creative in how you use it. You could save someone's life.
Good to know!
You both have done very well over the last couple of days. Good job.
Thank you.
Is there anything either of you need from me?
This is kind of what I've been wanting the last several months. Is just
You probably have done this a couple weeks. Rowan probably usually wins the magic duels.
yeah, I would imagine.
But you've probably taken a game or two. You know?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
roll a d4 to see how many games you've won.
You guys want to roll percentile dice? Actually, Rowan, since you won, why don't you roll percentile dice? Or let's just do a d20. Because it needs to be more than 50.
8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll again.
No. So your win rate. Oh, why did I make this math harder for myself? It's okay. Your win rate is your win rate is probably about 70%.
Nice.
70-30.
30 ain't bad. I'll take it.
Yep. For half caster, it's great.
Technically a
A 2/3 caster.
third. That's a third. I think.
Well, Eldritch Knight is already a half caster, so when you add the wizard, it's like a 2/3. No, there's no official term for it. We can both be right.
Anyway, so
No, I mean, it's just great to have a magical mentor who doesn't intend to use my soul for nefarious purposes.
You don't know that yet.
I love this so much.
No one flinches, and she looks. She's got like. Eh.
So we haven't heard from Sharon either then?
No.
Nice.
Anything else, boys?
let's take it. Let's write another time level. That's
I wonder if you can reverse time in the time.
Or more just, I wonder if it's just the practical sense was like giving more shots at like death saves or something like that.
Remember, in the principles of chronomancy, if you give or move time, it goes somewhere. It is never destroyed or created.
What can you tell me about this spell borrowed time?
Well, that's kind of an intro to manipulating your own time a little bit, so you should use it very carefully. It will make you a little bit more weary, but bolster the strength of your allies and protect them with magic. It takes a little bit of your time and disperses it out to them to protect them from harm. It's the same spell I used on you at the beginning of this combat. As you saw the sand rippling off of you, that was a little bit of time that I gave to both of you. But don't worry, it's not like it runs out of a life source. It's just borrowed strength used through time. Time is a gift for everyone. How you use it and how you give it to other people is up to you.
I get so pissed that she's just giving away her life force for.
For the day, it does take away from her current hit points. I'd have to look at the specifics, but that is the gist of that spell. Cuts your hit points, gives temporary hit points to a number of allies, depending on what level you cast the spell.
How familiar at this stage would Rowan be with time potency? If at all.
You've heard of it. It's one of the. It's like.
Is it a bit later?
You know when the younglings at the Jedi Temple like first get to like block a laser bolt?
Yeah.
That's what time potence is, but it's a level. You need 2 levels as a chronomancy
I see.
wizard, so that's probably not going to be an ability. This will be more of an introduction to, at some point, if you spend the time on it, to learning a few of like the level 1 and 2 and 3 chronomancy spells.
Cool.
Probably not 3. I don't know if we have the time. We'll have to see.
We'll see.
It's also just interesting to talk about.
Yeah. Fun.
I had a little bit. Not something I think I can do now, but I was intrigued by Creo's Rift as well. So that's level 5.
Oh yes, Creo's Rift. That one's pretty dicey. It manipulates your own time as well, but into more of a pocket dimension of your own time. It's temporary, but it's a good escape. It works a little bit like Mr. Reginald's treehouse. She usually does not call him Mr. Reginald,
I know,
by the way. Usually it's Devorian. So it's a handy little escape. Also, while you're in there, your powers will be enhanced and it'll be easier to move, manipulate, and stretch your own time. In battle, I've used it to, escape quickly from a deadly blow, rejuvenate myself, and return to the fray. The first time I fought the Black Dragon, I used it quite a bit.
So you've come across the Black Dragon as an enemy.
Yes. I don't know much about it. I was with a couple of my friends at the time, who,
Oh, yeah, because this is
This
all
is
just
really-
referencing.
yeah, I mean, at this point, this many time skips, Fredavon is definitely canon and has happened in the past.
Yeah.
So this is something we probably would have heard about.
No, this is
to some degree.
First time we've
time.
asked about it.
Yeah. All the things that happened in Fredavon was pretty low key. The most major thing was the March of the People of Stakrum, which, it didn't end up being a super horrible thing. So, yeah, lots of really other bad stuff has happened at Leonara besides the March of the Stakrum people. Anyway, I faced it before. Just needed to forgive my verbiage, but buy a little time. Stupid. For some friends of mine who were able to escape, my powers at the time were not great enough to deal with it like Sharon probably could have. She kind of rubs her wrist. You see between her cloak and her hand the tattoos that are on her right hand from the oath that are now a little bit more dormant and dark. But every time she casts a spell, they glow. Oh, no. Just the memories.
That was so sad.
I'm killing the Penelope real quick, sorry. I believe it's... I still have much to learn. I wish Charn were...
Is that the thing with the transition between Sorcerer Supremes? Like, you don't really get the chance to work with the prior one. Those transitions often happen in times of crisis, I imagine.
Actually, not really. From what Charin told me, Calgan's transition was very planned.
I guess Calvin is still out there.
High on my list.
Calgan was the Sorcerer Supreme before Charin.
Colin Guggen, let's go.
So Calgan was the 7th and Charin was the 8th.
She's the 9th.
I didn't know this was going to happen anytime soon, if at all. So it's all very sudden. My new strength has been a little hard to control, as when the oath is taken, the knowledge and powers of the previous Sorcerer Supremes are also bestowed onto the new.
That's gonna be a trip.
Yeah, it's difficult. I wish I knew more.
How much do you know about the previous lives of the Sorcerer Supremes?
More of what I've studied. And when I dream, since the transition, sometimes I have memories. I'm not sure how accurate they are, but sometimes I even speak with them.
Any stand out?
Jobin is talkative, but he was the Sorcerer Supreme for a very long time.
About Calvin?
I don't think I've ever accessed any of Calgon's powers.
Got so excited.
I don't access much of Ksharin's either. I mean, I feel his strength in... It's strange. I can recognize him as if... You know when someone walks into a room and you know they're there, but you don't see them? It's like that, but behind me stand 8 other individuals. And I feel their support, and she kind of grabs her shoulder. It's comforting, but strangely lonely. I'm sorry. I'm a bit of a rambler. You can ask Kevin.
Was it Reginald's mom?
Joy Reginald was a previous Sorcerer Supreme.
I just thought I think about her talking to his mom.
It wasn't. That wasn't his mom necessarily.
I wasn't sure.
You just know that it is an ancestor of Devori.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. That's
Yep.
why I asked about that one. Mother-in-law, Joy.
Great grandmama.
Anyway,
Call me grand.
you both had breakfast, yes?
Oh,
Good.
did we?
I don't know.
Did you? You are instructed by Penelope to not come to practice without eating first.
Okay, then yes.
Aw.
Whatever she says.
Good.
Mother said so.
Yes. Very early. I don't sleep much these days. It's very loud. So my breakfast was 2 lunchtimes ago, so I might grab a bite. Yes. Maybe I'll see if Cal wants anything. That dude never eats.
I was totally thinking the same thing. She gonna interrupt a burger.
Huh?
Okay, is there any other interactions you two would like to have with each other, or perhaps with Penelope?
Do you want to roll for health? at the same
Roll
time?
that
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
Roll that
What level are you guys taking?
I'm taking wizard.
I'm taking wizard.
Wizard training!
That was so cute. You guys are so cute.
So topical!
26.
Wrote a lot of Penelope stuff the last couple
Give me
days.
roll.
26.
Eh.
5. I'll take it. That's
I
good.
got a 3.
So 7.
Also 7.
Aw, lucky.
Cute.
Look at that.
Adorable. I got 5.
I'm gonna second with.
Have you broken 100 yet?
You've
Alright.
broken 100 yet.
Marv, as you start finishing up your box task, you are going to hear a little bit of crying coming from it.
Right at that. And you?
93.
97.
I'll probably, like, I mean, I don't want to be weird, but like, in a not weird way, you like go in and just kind of make sure everything's alright.
Yeah. You poke your head in, and there is a very tired-looking red-headed mother holding a weeping child next to Ira, who looks probably a little stressed out. But she did a great job, very healthy, very safe. Would you like to cast any spells at this time, or do anything? Katrina is still there. She's leaning on this this really beautiful trident. You've seen this trident a couple times before, but never before have you noticed the kind of serrated edges on the tips of the trident as it goes down. Kind of has like a ripping sort of mechanism, and then at the base of them just these 3 red gems that really complement the teal and the aquamarine color very well.
The treasure is so cool. I hate it. It changes every time.
You gonna draw it? Just update it?
No.
Would be awesome.
Not until this campaign is over.
You never commissioned.
Do you think it won't be in campaign 2?
Can I? It's not technically a part of ceremony, but can I do a little baby blessing?
Aww.
Sure. Sure, I'd let you cast ceremony for that.
Sick.
Is there anything you'd like to say?
Yeah. Thank you. Just a gentle hand on his forehead. What does it say?
You haven't asked yet.
I'm asking right now in character.
Oh. Camion.
Oh, he's so dead.
Camion. Camion Waveside the second.
He's so dead. He's so dead. Oh.
May your free will never be taken, and may justice always be on your side.
Make a religion check.
Cute. Camping two children of. Noah.
17.
17. A warm light fills the room. Marv, as you're poking your head in, you are going to feel a tap on your shoulder. Like, can I please get through? Sorry, push you aside as this human male is going to walk in adorned in Callum Cavalry stuff. You do notice that as well as the Callum Cavalry uniform, he does have like this badge that has some leaping dolphins in it, which is Davenport. You made it, kind of. Of course. As Camion Waveside the first is gonna go kneel next to his wife and look at his new
I'm
son.
shocked you didn't kill him.
I don't kill everybody.
Just Steve.
Just Imogen.
The mother is just gonna be in tears, and she looks like really upset about something. Actually, it doesn't look like happy tears.
You did well.
Oh, thank you. I hope we get to talk to him before the end. You know? Kind of looks back at Camion. There is always hope, my love.
Are you setting up a Tonks and Lupin situation? Because that is messed up.
Leave me alone.
Don't get morbid with it, okay? Let's not go there.
He did that.
Okay, well, we're over here right now.
Chill. In order for it to be that.
Hold on, friends. Go ahead, Lauren.
That's definitely a thing to say to me right now. Well, nothing's certain.
Of course,
I have
I'm
faith.
sorry.
Think you'd be able to.
There's just been so much death. I've lost a lot of friends and a lot of homes. This is a blessing. But apart from this, life has not been kind.
Life will get kinder.
Someday, I hope.
I
Marv, you're here if you wanted to chime in or say
I'm
anything.
just gonna.
You'll probably give the couple some privacy.
Yeah,
You and
that's
Katrina.
what I was about to do.
As Katrina picks up the trident, you hear she puts it on her back. You, Marv, and Katrina can exit the tent.
Good work in there.
I didn't do anything.
You delivered a baby, did you not?
Yeah, that was mostly her.
She's good. Most of the boxes are unloaded.
Thank you, Murph. And thank you, Katrina.
Of course. She's gonna turn and walk away. Pardon me.
Oh.
You hear another voice from behind you, actually, Marv, and as you turn, you're gonna see this figure with some wounds on their hands, burns on the face. You actually can't see like the eyes either because there's this extremely shaggy white hair that goes super far down, like probably down to the back of his knees. You're the healer, correct?
I am one of them, yes.
Sorry, I'm looking for help.
Of course.
Thank you, healer. Is there somewhere Or just here, it's fine.
Sure.
He's gonna lift up his sleeve. You're gonna see on the arms covered in like probably the most severe burns of demon fire that you've ever seen, and on these sleeves just like lots of scarring and cuts. There is like a gash on the arm that is bleeding quite a lot, and right in the veins on the arms.
We have to heal them.
Yeah,
but-
you'll also see like in the scars themselves, some of them like, even as he moves, some of them like reopen and move. Like this guy is just really messed up.
May I ask what happened?
Oh, the usual. Monsters. Men. Vile creatures. Both of them, really. Thank you,
Of course.
healer.
What is your name?
My name is Yed.
Is what?
Yed.
Yed? I'll do.
You are both, thank you both for everything you have done. I know you are Maximus Ultor. Your strength is appreciated. The warrior, the healer, I've heard much about you.
Do I have that Azanite Great Axe, by the way?
You guys don't.
So,
I don't think you guys know him.
We've met him. We fought him.
you,
Oh, yeah.
He banished me to a plane of water.
you don't know who Yed is now.
I know.
You probably have it. It's not usable right now. It needs to be edited because it's just a little too big. It needs to be adjusted by. You'll need to find a really powerful blacksmith. But you do have it. Yes.
I can only do so much, but if you stay with the tents, they can patch you up further, and I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Can I hold an action?
What action would you like to hold?
To sucker punch him if he does any creepy things.
Why?
Just if he does any creepy things.
I'm not gonna let you hold that action, unfortunately. This is a random stranger in need of help. You don't know who this is. You have never seen who you suspect this character to be with any sort of these features.
You would know. He's that right next to him.
6+.
I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder and say, is there anything I can do for you?
In due time, I'm sure.
That's 9 points of healing.
I believe in you both. I want you to know this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The tents, if you just enter, there's a cleric inside.
Of course. As you turn away, he's gonna grab your hand. Sorry. You know the God Crowns, yes.
I can't.
You know the God Crowns, yes. All of them?
I'm not familiar with them all personally, but I do know their names and their domains.
What do you know of Kyros?
What do you know of Kyros?
Can I like pry his hand off of Ira's arm?
It's not hard. What?
What do you know of Kyros?
I know them very well. It is my strength.
Alia is mine.
Healer, you will find that thing which is lost, but not what you expect.
I'm not sure I know what that is.
It is great power and great darkness, but it'll be able to combat the evils that haunt us.
Are you okay?
Perfect.
Just I'm gonna like put a hand on his back and like open the tent door and like, healer's in here.
Now I know who the healer is. So does time. So do the gods. So do the ancient ones. You have a great destiny, healer. The Mask of Oblivion. When you find it, we must use it, I beg you.
We?
Against the true evil, the true threat, you have seen him. After all, your compatriots allowed him to get nearly all the keystones.
Who are you really?
To you? A friend, I swear. When you find the mask, I will bear the burden and defeat our enemy. We'll save the world. You twice. He's gonna pat you on the shoulder. Thank you. Moves his hand around. You can see the wounds have already like reopened up. He's gonna like take from his sleeve and recover the bandages. Again, you haven't really seen his face other than like the jaw down, burned all over.
I'm so sorry. What is the name that he gave me?
He
Ed.
been that way the whole
Ed.
time. Because he always had the bandages that looked like blood.
What happened? Those don't open up after I cast that spell.
Just the burden of prophecy. You're gonna see a little bit of terror just in the mouth for a moment. Thank you, healer. The mask of oblivion.
I'll remember. I'll be with you.
I know you will.
I'm gonna walk away.
Marv, pat you on the shoulder. He will slowly walk away.
Into the tent? Or away?
No, he does not go in the tent. He just walks away into the snow.
He is not dressed for this one.
I don't trust him.
Ian. Do you think we know an Ian?
Maybe. I feel like we know lots of people.
Well, he doesn't know Yagway.
Yeah.
That was another person who talked about prophecy.
I'm aware.
You're probably the only one who would recognize him without the get up.
No, I've never seen it without it.
The only person who's seen that figure without that are Emmy, Joan, and Jed.
But no,
Why you look at me like you don't believe me?
No, and Lucky, but
Lucky is not.
yeah, he's sat next to her with the white hair and everything. At
Oh, right when he,
the
yeah,
arena.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lucky as well. The perfect disguise for him is taking the mask off.
Bring it up to him.
I don't know, I feel like I'd recognize the giggle. Iconic.
Because he gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, he kept touching my shoulder.
I did not like him touching my wrist. Had to touch his wounds.
Even his hands, the front and back of his hands, all covered in the same burns. Worse than Rowan's, which you've seen.
Yeah, I was about to say, those looked like Rowan's wounds.
Do you think he's the cause of it? Because I don't.
No. He had to get them from somewhere. Do you think he was?
He did say something about the keystones.
Prophecy. Mask. You ever heard of that?
I don't think that was me.
And you have not heard of the Mask of Oblivion.
I don't think so.
This is the first time it's been mentioned in lore as well, so no history checks.
I mean, let's ask them if you want, or we can keep it quiet for now.
He's long gone.
I cannot keep anything quiet from these people. Do you know how much of a hard time I have given Rowan?
Fair enough.
I'm not allowed to keep
more
secrets.
I'll bring it up to Kevin. You should probably be there in case I forget anything.
Yeah, let's just go.
Okay. Sora, is there anything you would like to do with Callum and Tabler? All right. I'm gonna see if I can find a bite to eat now that I have a second.
She really carries snacks.
I do. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you want some
Let's go get
chocolate?
some time.
Oh, sure.
I love chocolate.
I know. Kevin and Rowan, still with Penelope. Is there anything you guys would like to do at this time? Sorry, can you guys all speak up a little bit? I feel like we're all getting in a little...
Questions about
Yeah, we're getting quiet.
chronomancy?
Millions of questions about chronomancy, but none of them pertain to the level of it which I am familiar.
So,
Learning time.
moving forward, are we going to go into Wintercrest, or are we headed to the Feywild?
Whichever gets us to the Keystone fastest. That's where I'll go.
Nox is quite the library. There's a chance we could find something about it in there.
I would imagine he knows quite a bit about it. Quite a bit.
It's been a long time.
I wouldn't be opposed to a trip. Which as long as find the keystones and maybe steal some back.
I know. Ooh, right on the D4s. Oops.
Well, so do we want to find the rest of the group? See what our next steps are, I guess.
Yeah, go through a couple of options.
You guys definitely know where Ida is, for sure. You guys also can probably communicate a little bit better now. You're not in a super important meeting. You guys aren't fighting.
Yeah. Go good.
Have you guys ever met the Iad?
Huh?
Yet? Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a reveal.
Creepy guy,
Lots of bandages.
long white hair.
He didn't really have a lot of bandages. He just had some up his sleeve.
I've met someone
He-
with lots of bandages and long white hair, yeah.
Creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond all
Had the
reason.
weirdest giggle.
Where is he?
Walked away
Where?
into the snow.
Where?
Away from a medicine tent.
Away from camp, really, right?
You guys did not watch him leave. He just left. All you know is that he didn't walk into a medicine tent. He just walked further into camp.
We were right next to the medicine tent, and he turned around and walked away. And
Kevin, I'm sorry, we were not paying that much attention.
I'm on my way.
That sounds like
Oh, is
somewhere we
this-
need to go.
Is this you know who?
You would have no idea based off that description. Truthfully. That's okay.
I've come across him.
I mean, other than he's creepy. Again, he didn't have like a ton of bandages. He just had bandages up his sleeve. He was wearing like a normal tunic.
And we do know quite a few laughs.
Yeah.
Who was that?
That's okay.
Okay, let's go.
Did he have any spears with him?
He was unarmed.
Interesting.
Sorry, can you speak up a little bit, Aaron?
That you know of.
I'm doing a lot of this today.
Everyone's kind of quiet.
You started it.
Yeah, you were quiet first.
I know, it's just hard to do his voice in that area and not be really creepy. I was leading forward to speak. Plus, we're not fighting anything. We could fight something.
No,
Just wanna fight
no,
something?
thanks.
No, we're good.
You want to fight again?
Picture Black Dragon comes in.
Okay.
Let's
It was
go,
always
monster.
So you guys want to go to the medical area or tell him to meet up with somewhere?
Yeah, well,
You can also bring Sora and Tavlor in the earring if you want.
Rendezvous with the medicine tent?
Roger.
Katrina says hi.
Oh, hi!
You haven't seen her around very much. She's very much on the inskirts of town. You're on the outskirts.
She didn't actually say that.
But this should be one of the last days on Wintercrest. Or around Wintercrest.
To Wintercrest.
Yeah.
Wintercrest.
So we'll make our way.
Rendezvous at the medical center.
Rendezvous at the med tent.
It's a lot of tents. Teepees, wigwams, the works.
Gears.
Sure. Sake of brevity, you guys can meet up there. No longer any NPC friends here. Penelope will split off from you guys, and Callum will split off from you. Tavlor will come with you.
Is he there?
Yeah,
Do you have a question?
sure.
Is it possible to have a conversation? I'm assuming this is going to be kind of a planning session conversation. Is it possible to short rest in that time?
Yeah.
Walk and rest.
Yeah, if you want to restore those hit points.
I'd like to do that.
Sure. Yeah, you guys can chill and chat. You might have some rations here too. You can.
I just want to get action surge back.
Right. So, the time is now yours. You're level 15. We're real knee deep into this campaign. Enjoy the world. What is the plan?
Sorry, real quick. In the stockpile for what Callum's cavalry brought, are there any healing potions?
Not that aren't divvied out to the cavalry itself on the outskirts. Supplies are low.
That's fine.
Yeah. Always good to ask though.
I mean, I will also do it. I'll check with my little, because the 15 remaining talents are still, they're here as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have they been doing? On your command? You and Leroy's command?
Yeah, predominantly recon for the group and their movement, I would say. Ensuring safe travels as best possible.
They're probably doing a similar role as the cavalry. In fact, they probably have a few horses for them as well.
I would imagine range support for the cavalry.
Got about 200 troops total guarding these people, including you guys, Penelope, Gurion.
But we're good troops.
We are.
You guys are super troops.
We are.
You guys are legends of the realm at this point.
We are the Jedi of the of the group, but
With our clones.
you know.
Anyway, you guys can talk to each other now. Have fun.
Say that.
Sorry.
You can gather, make a little circle.
Well.
Creepy beyond all reason, what happened? Well, there was a man that came up to me for healing. He kept calling me the healer, but he knew Marv by name.
He touched my shoulder a lot.
Who is it?
I mean, from the description, it's like what today's word.
Oh, he could talk about prophecies and
Gyarados.
cures.
Sorry, I wasn't there.
And a Mask of Oblivion. Has that ever come up for you?
No.
Doesn't sound
Was he
great.
wearing a mask?
No.
No.
His hair covered most of his hair covered most of his face.
So
That's
what
I'm
did
going
he
with.
look?
Kevin's just absent-mindedly just bonding swords into his hands, just in and out.
Green and blue.
Overstimulated.
So, do you think he poses a threat immediately?
He said we have a common enemy,
He offered to wear whatever that mask was for me.
But what
and that we would.
Probably talking about his mask. Maybe he lost it.
Of Oblivion, no, it sounded.
No, because didn't that one guy have the same mask?
Hadish, yeah.
Oh, that one guy.
Hadish had a very
Trauma-bound
similar mask.
He was talking about.
I remember
Defeating
smushing
whoever
him
had
with the
the
power of
keystones.
gravity.
What did you say?
He was talking about defeating whoever has the keystones. I'm assuming Lucidar.
Did Lucidar have Vivian's keystone too?
He had all of the 5 that they
Okay.
have in their possession
I
with
just
them.
wanted to make sure I didn't miss taking the keystone whip from her when she was power word
You guys
done.
also do not have any keystones right now. Technically, the one that you had the last time you knew of it was lost in the treehouse. Penelope
Yeah,
was
verified
carved.
we cannot
Wasn't like
access.
Penelope specifically like charged to guard
She left
him?
it-
Yeah, I wouldn't bring that up to her right now. There was a whole plot of Vordarin thing where she went to help Charon instead of following orders, and now the keystone is somewhere wherever the treehouse is. If the treehouse is still there and has not been emptied, ransacked, or found.
So hey, it's not completely our fault. However, it is the other half of the fault goes to Mother Dearest.
What a sworn we left
Everything's
Warwick in
anything
there.
her, so.
Warwick could be still in there.
Oh.
Have we tried to call him yet?
I
No.
don't think we-
We don't have an orb of sending anymore.
I mean, I have
Keep blowing him
the
up.
spell sending.
You do.
We leveled. She could have whatever she wants.
I could have sending at this
I
point,
could
but
change
so
my
do
character.
You have tried to contact Imogen Lycan's guy multiple times to no avail.
But we haven't tried Warwick.
Probably not.
I'm also not super familiar.
He's also
Fair.
not that strong.
I'm
Probably.
sorry.
He has watched the treehouse been moved before. He has moved some of the runes. He could go big. You never know.
I'm stuck in a pocket dimension.
It got stuck in the dice tower. That's a bad sign. If the dice is stuck, so is he.
long as he's not dead.
Hard to say.
So what's our next plan then?
Well,
I'd like to get rid of the.
Huh?
The what?
Oh! I have a plan for that actually.
You have a plan. I love plans.
I realize that I'm not currently the safest person to be around should a certain someone decide to take the reins. I am trying to come up with a fail-safe.
I've never heard that sound before. Sorry.
the AC.
I've never heard it sound like that before. That was weird. Sorry, go ahead, Rowan. I apologize.
I am trying to come up with a fail-safe of sorts. But there's actually anything that I can come up with is something that he will also be knowledgeable of. So I will take what measures that I can, but I can't guarantee that there'll be effective measures because there'll be measures that he knows about.
So do you think that we should come up with a plan amongst ourselves and...
You can't tell me a word if you do.
God of silence.
If you guys decide or come up with some solution that incapacitates me in that scenario, you cannot tell me a word. You have all the rights to do anything. Anything within your power you can do, but you cannot tell me a word.
Be a crazy time for Garion to appear at his shoulder. Right.
Now,
Sounds like we're finally on the same page. Sorry again, Rowan. Go ahead.
140 points a day.
Does a
That being
52
said-
hit you?
I have every intention of making a scroll that contains a spell that I recently learned that can incapacitate me, that I can give to any one of you.
Incapacitate or kill?
Incapacitate. It's power word stun.
I
So
saw an image and used that. It was super cool.
yeah, so I recently in my studies have been able to stun on command. It does take an incredible amount of power, but I can leave a target incapacitated. The goal is store a charge of it on a scroll of some kind and provide it to you as a secondary failsafe.
Must be nice if Penelope stayed with us because I think she put Exodon in a corner.
That was the most amazing thing. I almost just said, alright, I'm done with Maximus Ultor, I'm just following her for now. It was that close.
It's that close.
Honestly, I don't think I would blame you.
It's that close. To permanently be around, I would just be like, can you make me your apprentice? And I would just disappear. And I would become nobody's problem anymore. Nobody would have to look over their
That
shoulder.
sounds like an epilogue.
Nobody would have to look over their shoulder, and nobody would have to freak out about the necromancer who's made some questionable decisions in the past.
We won't make questionable decisions.
Either way, that is a start. But I wanted to tell you all that before we make whatever next steps we decide to do.
Well,
Personally, I like having you around. We have plans after everything is over, don't forget.
Yeah, it's just,
We have a seat to chat.
I'm gonna have to look over my shoulder for Marv anyway.
Just make sure he's passed out somewhere.
Yeah.
Did you mention that you thought your father, Nox, could help?
well, yes. So part of the reason that I did want to ask what our next step was. An option that I have mentioned in the past that still stands is going to the Feywild. My father is in possession of a, at least when I was there, it's been almost 15 years now since I've been home. But last I was there, the library was expansive, full of knowledge I couldn't even wrap my head around at the time. So,
Expensive library, you say?
Library episode?
Great.
With an owl?
so, and he's been around. It's funny actually. Mr. Reginald always used to talk about him like he knew who he was.
Scared me.
Samira's not here.
Talk about this now. Samira's
She's not there.
Yeah, I can say his name. I even thought about that. I was like, okay, good.
I know,
can talk
my
about
heart
it now.
just skipped a beat. I was like, where is she?
No, Mr. Reginald used to talk about him by name, so I can only imagine that he knew some pretty impactful magical knowledge. Full disclosure, I've always just been a little bit too scared to go home.
Is he a wizard like you? What if we can help us
Took a bit of a different path. But was incredibly knowledgeable in the arcane arts. And
Do you think he would know anything about the location of the keystone? Or where to start looking?
out of everybody that I know, he's my best bet.
I think I'd prefer not to, no offense, take a ticking time bomb into the last human city.
I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Question, is there a way we don't go into the library? I don't like books very much.
Yeah, you stand outside.
But Marv, think of all of the wonderful teachings that you can gain from them for your followers.
Followers? I'm sorry?
Oh, I just have like a group of friends.
Some guy passes. Hey, Marv.
What is
He
happening?
preaches now. You didn't know?
I
No,
tell
I've been
stories
busy.
to friends who listen and they respect me.
Sounds like such a cult. The cultiest thing I've ever heard.
His latest one from this morning was him losing his
We don't
head
have
and then
to
restoring
tell us.
life.
Don't worry.
And how did that happen?
Himself?
By the way?
How did that happen, Marv?
How were you restored?
Who knows?
I
Probably
know.
myself. I've been known to do things before.
I know.
I've made portals.
I made the prayer.
Do we know it was
I feel like we need to
I saw it with my 2 eyes. There was a sparrow.
Says things you shouldn't believe from
Say,
Marv.
Mom! You're so good at making portals. Let's go to the Feywild right now.
Well,
I haven't
I
been
would
able-
like to make sure these people are able to get to safety first. Before I leave.
No.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Also, can
We need to make sure they're safe.
Yeah, I bet you would. Yeah.
But then Marv can definitely open the portal.
This is like my favorite bit.
Callum also mentioned needing some help smoothing over some political tensions, having new king
Think shout
go
out to
into
Meteor.
a new city.
Oh, I don't think. Well,
Good to see you, my friend.
they know he's coming.
How effectively has word traveled that Penelope is the Sorcerer Supreme and Callum is the king?
Well, I didn't tell them about the Sorcerer Supreme, but I did say that King Heron died and that Callum is coming.
In the prologue to this little skip, word has traveled within this group
Alright.
of humans very well because they've been pretty much led by Callum and Penelope. Callum is not the king. King requires a coronation and a ceremony to be like an official thing in the same way that Prince Talarian is not a king, although his coronation has been spoken about. Haven't heard from him in a while.
There's a concept of a coronation.
Everything at home?
But it sounded like Feywild was on its move, though, if I'm understanding correctly.
I want to make sure that there's nothing else that is pressing that I need.
I just would like to check in with Wintercrest. I mean, Callum asked for my help, and Garion went ahead to talk to the guy.
Lord Kairos.
Lord Kairos.
Is he right there?
Lord Kairos?
No,
No,
Kyrian.
Kyrian.
Oh, no.
You just spoke with his voice.
You get the Kyrian voice.
Sorry, it's just my low, excited voice. 'Cause I wrote Lord Kairos 7 years ago, and he's finally happening-ish. Eventually.
It might be smart
Soon.
to check in before we disappear to another plane of existence.
My mother did say that she wanted to speak with me.
When?
When I told her that we were coming, I told you guys I was doing that.
I also, maybe a pit stop we make on the way. I know Vordarin's probably in shambles by now. And I hate Vordarin. But the treehouse is there, and I have a way to find it. It would be nice to know if it's there.
I could get us to Vordarin instantly.
Do you have a circle that's still inside the tree?
I don't need a circle anymore. I just have to be very familiar, the place that I grew up.
Interesting. How can
It's
you-
crazy. It's like we all got a little more powerful at the same time.
How familiar are you with the bell tower?
I don't know about the bell tower, but I'm pretty familiar with Vordarin. We also just spent a bunch of time there.
I would imagine you're probably the most familiar.
Though I can't guarantee that wherever we end up is going to be safe. I can teleport us to a spot in Vordarin, but there's no guarantee anywhere in Vordarin is safe.
I was gonna say, that would just guarantee just dropping us in the middle of an army, right?
I mean, we could cast invisibility first.
But then you have to cast the spell to get us there, so shouldn't we do invisibility after?
No, well, I don't have to cast invisibility.
It would be
we
one
have
person
we have
holds up
several wizards that
invisibility.
could do that, and then I could cast teleport, and then we could show up
Right,
somewhere,
but you
but
would
invisible.
still reveal yourself. Isn't that how that works?
You would be revealed, yes.
Oh, I would be, yeah. So I would be. It would, it's just.
You'd
a split-
just be screwed.
It's a split second. It's a split second. I'll be fine.
What about a place indoors?
Okay, so here's the thing about the spell. One, I have to be very familiar with that place for it to be guaranteed. However, if I'm somewhat familiar, there is still a chance I can get where I'm going, but there is also a chance that we end up a little ways off. So there is always a chance that we don't exactly get where we're going to. So even if I say, yes, we're going to teleport to the throne room of the Citadel, which also seems like a bad idea. Strike that one.
Terrible stuff. Horrible place.
Even if we do that, we could end up on the outskirts of Vordarin. If it's terribly gone wacky, I don't know, we could end up in Enron. I'm not sure how it will work. But it is the fastest way to get back. And there's a high chance we can get there.
As long as there's a chance.
But then we get dropped in Vordarin. How close are we to the treehouse from wherever we might clip into Vordarin? And how many things are in our way in between? Vordarin has fallen, it's not. We can imagine going in there. It's safe of a whole host of Vivian's invisibility cloaks.
What about passing out a trace?
I can do that.
Yeah,
That is true.
Tavlo's really good at that.
All I know is that
Thank you.
we left a keystone there. It's probably the worst place to leave a keystone.
So to Vordarin and then to the Feywild.
Vordarin first then?
Well, Wintercrest, Vordarin,
Wintercrest.
Pharaoh. It'd take at least 2 episodes of content.
We would actually go through this pretty fast if you guys are ready. It's also going to depend on what you guys would like to do in Wintercrest, or if you would even like to go in. The plan is maybe tomorrow being the last day of getting everyone else that is left in this encampment to Wintercrest. Like the place has already started packing up, like the medical center, the mess center, and
So the next day, the last group of people and us
yeah,
will
you've
go
been
to
at this
Wintercrest.
campsite for a few days now.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy? I could teleport dynamite, explode the area, and then teleport us.
So, what would you guys like to do? If you guys would like to just wait until the final migration of the transients are delivered to Wintercrest, we can skip to the next day. Or if you have any more business today to handle, or if you'd like to use some of your teleport spells now and then do it the next day, you can do that as well.
Okay, here's the other thing about teleport. I already tried it once today to see if I could get in the treehouse and I couldn't. I only can do that twice a day. So now...
So maybe today is not the best day to start.
It means I can get us there, but until the next day, I can't get us out.
I would not like to spend the night for Darren right now.
That also means that if there is a 5% chance of mishap, if that happens, I can't get us out of wherever we ended up. So we might want to wait till tomorrow.
I don't want to leave until they're in the city.
Well, if we're going into Wintercrest, there is one thing you should all know. I'm engaged.
Seems so familiar. Did I know that?
You were really drunk last time I talked about it. I don't really know what's going on with that. I haven't been home for years.
You've been engaged for years?
Is it like a from childhood thing?
Like a betrothal.
It's like
Like a ring?
we were friends for a long time, and I expected him to be better than he was, and he kind of went behind my back to get my hand in marriage from my father. It's a whole deal.
Oh.
I don't like him.
He's alright, honestly, other than that.
Other than the major glaring offense he did to you.
That's why I left home, and we're fine now. I haven't seen him in years.
And
Is
not
there a
talk to
therapist
her.
in this camp?
Was
Some
this agreed
grief
upon or was
counseling?
this arranged?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you guys
does
are
Wintercrest
friends.
has couples counseling?
Talk to each other. Be good friends.
Be good friends.
Anyway, so I don't really know what's going on with that. And
And,
I'm a little worried about my mother wanting to speak with me. Because I also haven't talked to her since I left.
Because aren't you like pretty high up on like
I
the
was-
echelon?
I
of
was not when I left.
Wintercrest like royalty though.
You're not
Or, like-
royalty. My father was a politician. That is it. And also captain of the guard.
My father was a politician.
Are you royalty? Are you a
My
princess?
father was not a politician.
I mean, princess is too far up, but I mean, like if you
That's
go
all
down
I'm
the
saying.
line,
Is I'm
one
not
step-
royalty.
Like a duchess, maybe.
like a duchess, maybe.
I mean, if you just shook Callum's hand, you would be Lady Solus.
Kind of princessy, honestly.
I honestly don't know where my family stands anymore. I haven't talked to any of them. The tree is doing well.
Wow! Wow! Two of them
It
do.
was right there. Two of them do.
I still have a brother.
Frankly.
You have a dad still? You have both your parents? That's crazy.
Well, I
Both
mean,
my parents
I
have
mean,
siblings, nieces and nephews.
it's complicated.
Marv, we've never asked about your family.
Oh, they're all dead.
What is it with the Dragonborns and everybody in their family being dead? Was there like a Dragonborn like?
Where are you from? Borderon?
Stockroom.
Tight.
Is
That's tight.
Isn't that the dwarf?
That's where Fradavon started.
Not started. It's the
Here we go.
history check. Shadakrum is a city in the northern tundra of Verelheim where mercenaries, adventurers are not discommon, but they usually bow out around level 5. Level 5 gets dicey. A lot of mercenaries, adventurers, and like soldiers, older people that have just had their day of power and glory, a lot of them go there to relax, to chill. There's a huge civilization of very powerful mercenaries there. Magic is not allowed too, so it's very low key. But it's a huge city, way up north. Has its own government and parliament.
So, was your family mercenaries?
Yeah, my parents were.
Oh, I knew that.
And my sister wanted to be.
Your sister wanted to be?
Yeah.
He's copper, not red, sorry.
Torres.
Yeah.
Maybe ask?
She wanted to be an adventurer, and I said no. And for her birthday, I said yes. And on the way out in the sea, she was killed by something in the water. Don't know what. But since then, I'm not willing to be the weakest around.
Is there a kraken somewhere? Huh?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, there's a lot of creepy things in the water in D&D.
That's
That's rough, man.
Wow.
that's wild.
That's rough, buddy.
Like, my parents are
Alright,
dead.
Zuko.
His parents are dead. I mean, at this point, we've lost like 8 NPCs in the last 3 weeks. It's like,
Kind of used to
it's like everyone's dead, man. Listen, if I had a wish spell.
Anyway, back to Marv sharing this extremely vulnerable information.
Sorry, Sora has become both Sora and Samira.
Was it just the two of you? Did you watch this?
Just us two.
That's nice.
I'm sorry.
What was your name?
Name? It's been a while since I've talked to her. Try and block out that part, to be honest.
Did you want an assist? Did you want to assist with that? Or are you good?
Do I remember her name? Crap. This is parking up.
You also don't have to share it right now. I always open your guys' backstories when you guys are talking.
Yeah, I feel like you would share it.
No,
Then-
he probably would. I just blanked. Yes.
Yeah.
No, her name is Iris.
That's so cute. That's a nice name.
How long ago was this?
Can you guys all try to speak up a little bit?
Actually. Right before I met you guys. It was
It wasn't that same boat, was it?
Hmm?
It wasn't that same. We found you.
No,
on the
no, no.
boat.
It would have been
no.
before we met.
It was
Our boat was different.
a couple months before I met you.
Struck out alone after that. I take it.
We're glad you knew it.
Glad to be here.
And all from a fast food outfit.
I could really use some ramen right now.
I know what
Sounds
place
so
to do with
good.
the crust.
They have good ramen.
It's good for winter crust.
It's good for winter.
Is it warm?
I mean,
Is
it's
it warm ramen?
really cold here, so we have a lot of work.
Classic winter crust ramen. Slaps out an ice cube shape. Like a bundle of ramen frozen in the middle.
It comes
Like
with,
an ice pick?
yeah, it comes with a little ice pick. You have to unfreeze it.
Enjoy!
I mean, it's
Slides
not
it
ramen,
across.
but still, that makes a wonderful stew.
Just hope that you
Would you like some?
Oh, nice! I got a telephone!
Anyway, continuing on.
Maximus Ultor minifigure?
I got a teleport in mine.
Canonically, they do exist in Island of Ethereus.
Continuing on.
Okay, so to summarize, Wintercrest first, check in with Iras, check in with Lord Kyrion. Then to Vordarin, try to find the treehouse and maybe Imogen. And then to the Feywild.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, I'll let Callum know.
I should probably do too much.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about sending something to Lucky to let her know what's going on.
Sure.
Yeah, Sora, you have a lot of investment in Lucky.
I got rid of one character, so I have to have like a second character talk in every episode.
And we're back.
She asked to be kept in the loop. I was mostly bringing up in case anyone else had anything to share other than, well, Darren fell. We lost the keystones.
It's gonna be a great
I
call.
feel like talking about
Been a
that.
real
How
bummer
was my
lately.
rabbit?
That was my bad.
But hey, we killed the demon.
truth reveals itself.
Let's see. Vordaran falling. Moving to Wintercrest. Lost the Keystones. I don't think there's anything else of note that's happened in the last, week? Since Lucky left?
Yeah.
Month.
Month?
It's been over.
month and a
It's been like a month and a half
Oh,
now.
because we just had a time skip.
A little time skip, and you were Vordaran for a while.
Yeah.
25 words?
25 words.
To sum up.
Sorry, let me mark it first. Hello. Hope you're well.
Contractions?
Contractions are fine.
We lost the Keystones.
Keystones, one word?
Voldaran has fallen. We're headed to Wintercrest.
Wintercrest, one word?
Regress is one word.
Cool.
Rowan is possessed.
Out of character.
Oh, yeah,
I had
she left
10,
right
or
before
I thought
that,
I had
too.
5.
You got 10 more.
10 more
Oh,
words.
because it's 25.
It's 25, yeah.
You don't have to, but it's fun.
It is.
It's up to 25. So you can stop now if you want.
You also need the bunny. Forgot that you haven't said mentioned.
No, that's gonna be my last one. We're all-
Penelope's the Sorcerer Supreme now.
Oh, that's a good one. We just talked about how I didn't include that in my last one. Penelope is the Sorceress Supreme.
That's good.
What?
Lucky never met Penelope?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
She would know new Sorcerer Supreme.
How is Krolik?
Love Ira.
Love you.
Lucky, would you like to respond?
Sure. I don't know what.
You are on your ship somewhere off the coast of the Joval jungle.
Whoa.
Because you would have to get to the Awoken Sea from using the coast of the Dark Sea, staying close,
And I'm trying to go to the Awoken Sea.
going around the continent. Otherwise, you have because you can't go through the continent. Your boat does sand and water.
Uh-huh.
So if you want to be on the other side, you have to go around south. So you'd be about on the coast of the Joval jungle with your sister, Kelsier, Krolik.
Joan's still in a chrysalis.
Joan is still there.
How's the bunny?
Make an animal handling check.
Oh no.
Just roll a d20 and you can add 1.
Add 1.
Yeah, add 1.
You're real shamey.
Natural 18. So natural 19. Are you bummed you're not killing the rabbit?
No. Think I couldn't kill a rabbit?
I think you're
Kelsier's right there. No. The rabbit and the dog get along. Kelsier is too busy working to play a lot of the time. He stays at Joan's side all the time, except for when he needs to stretch his legs, go on walks. Things are pretty good and uneventful. The seas are quiet.
Wouldn't happen to have a skull clamp sitting.
Just learned about a new sea monster though.
Don't give him ideas. Don't give him ideas.
There's lots of sea monsters in the seas.
Thanks for the update. Sounds crazy. Hope everyone is okay. Keep me in the loop. Joan's fine. Kelsier's fine. Bunny's fine. I'm near Joba.
Ira will just give that information
Cool.
as it comes in.
Alright. Onward and upward.
That was weird.
Okay. Any last
Never
things
have
you'd like to
respond
do?
those.
Anything you'd like to do before we go to the next day and empty out the camps into Wintercrest?
Yeah, we want to talk with Penelope about Keystone Treehouse.
And Sora will catch up.
Sure, you guys want to go talk to Penelope real quick?
Yeah.
Let's go talk to Penelope. So, as you guys walk to the vessel,
They're together.
you do see Callum and Penelope. They do have like a little bit of food out, but they're surrounded by people that are talking to them, asking them questions and stuff. They're the only two real people of leadership around here.
Does their food look eaten?
No. Looks like it's been sitting out for a while. And
All right, everybody.
you look around at all these women and children that are just looking afraid.
Come on, they need to eat.
I have rope trick. Oh no, Samira did.
The one time that spell would have been used.
Um,
Penelope can also Krios Rift whenever she wanted to, if she really wanted to leave. They were just working. Oh, hello, Maximus Ultor.
Callum, take one bite.
yeah, I will try to.
Sorry,
Just take a bite.
I know the people need me.
Take
I'll
a
get to
bite.
the.
Seriously,
to-
you need to eat.
She's
Rowan-
right, Penelope.
Can Rowan actually try to like cast minor illusion to make like a little pseudo dragon to like make a cute little thing to fly around and like catch the kids' attention? And
Sure.
Make a cute little.
A couple
thing
of
to
kids will like
distract
wander
them.
off, following
Just
this
to-
little dragon
just to-
around. Yeah.
Just to give the two of them like a little bit of respite.
All right, I'll take one bite. Small bite.
I'll take another.
Eat your food, dang it!
Is this why you guys came here?
Yes. Actually, no, partially, yeah.
Callum, eat your food, you fat lard.
Callum.
Hey, Penelope.
Thank you,
Anything
Penelope.
to
Yes, Penelope, what are you
Respectfully.
eating?
I've eaten today.
When did today start?
2 lunches ago?
2.5 now.
Okay, so long enough that you need another meal.
Are we being parented?
The world needs you. Please sustain yourselves.
You need. Your brain runs on glucose.
Okay.
You need carbs.
All right, I'm sorry. They'll just start stuffing their faces and.
You two just fell into the most powerful positions
Take care of yourself.
in the country.
The people listening in on this will actually like start agreeing, and many of them will start dispersing or going off with their children.
Aww.
We did it! Yes.
Meal, it's crazy. Okay, so don't respond. Keep eating.
Okay.
We just.
I'll take like a roll and stick it in his mouth. No.
We just wanted to let you know. The plan for Maximus Ultor. We will be traveling to Wintercrest, but we'll only stay there a day or so.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're gonna go back to Vordarin and try to find the tree house and maybe Imogen. And then we plan to go to the Feywild to try to get Rowan some help.
I have contact in the Feywild. My father is possesses a wealth of knowledge that we might be able to use to our advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Penelope. Is the treehouse still in the Beltar? Do you know?
That's the last place I knew it to be. She's gonna get real glum when you talk about the treehouse. It's too dangerous to check.
We're gonna figure it out.
I would assume the worst. Not necessarily because I believe that is the most likely outcome, but prepare for the worst. Expect the worst, and you'll always be surprised at the less than worst.
We need to work on that outlook.
But it's a pretty good idea.
I know. It will last a while.
I believe our efforts are best spent trying to locate the final keystone, because there is a good chance that the enemy now has 6.
Well, we thought we would at least try to find number 5.
Do you think that they found the treehouse?
I'm unsure. It's definitely in the realm of Lucidar's capabilities. However, she's gonna put down her cutlery for a second. I would be very surprised if Imogen was able to move the treehouse, or was able to speak or contribute, and she would not have reached out to us already. I have tried to contact her myself. I do hope that wasn't a talent lost, but prepare yourselves for the worst. And be prepared.
At the very least, we have a way of locating and pointing where the treehouse is once we get
As
there.
do I jest. If Lucidar is still there, it would be very easy, at least as things are now, for him to dispatch you all. I myself need to prepare for that encounter, assuming, again, for the worst, that Charin was slain, and it will rest on us now. However, if they did have all the keystones, we would know. So somewhere, there's at least one. There is always hope.
Hope is maybe Nox will know something about where it is.
It is not in large commodity, but that does not diminish its value.
So you don't think we should go to Vorder?
I would advise against it. Again, if we had an ally that could use the treehouse or could move it, I believe we would have heard from them already if it were possible. Imogen is a tad bit stronger than most of you individually. Of course, circumstances are different. The world is in chaos, and only time will tell. But use that time wisely. Be safe, be smart. Prioritize each other, prioritize hope. Do not relinquish that hope that you have that the treehouse is still there, or that the Lycan Sky Girl is still alive. That there will be time for dreams once there is time for rest, and I am afraid right now it is not a luxury we have.
You have to have a body to speak with that, right?
That being said, I trust you all. Do as you wish. Be smart. Be careful. We are in the 11th hour. I'm sorry.
Are you gonna stay in Vorder? Or sorry, Wintercrest.
That is up to Prince Callum. Nods over.
You can speak. After you finish chewing.
You're so polite.
He's too polite.
I need to speak with Lord Kairos. There may be multiple meetings. We need to bolster Wintercrest's defenses with no Charin, no keystones. If Wintercrest is attacked, it will be Penelope, the legion that Wintercrest has, and 200 of my soldiers against the full force of Lucidar and the Paragon Assembly. Considering that beneath Wintercrest is the chamber where the keystones are to be used, I believe Penelope's best place is there. If that's all right with you, Miss Gronwright. You are literally the boss.
When Guinevere left Vorder, was the instruction that if they retreat, they would retreat back to Vorder, or would they come here?
There was an order of no retreat.
Okay. Have we tried reaching out to her yet?
I don't think any of us really know her well enough to try.
That's true. Nice level 20 fighter.
She is awesome.
I hope the best for those people.
All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to discuss with Callum or Penelope? Palmanamalpapi?
Calliope?
Calliope? That would be nice. Okay. If there's no further tasks you guys would like to do in this encampment, we will move into tomorrow.
Cool.
Do we still want more, Darren?
I do.
Piece of advice?
So you basically said you can certainly try.
So did the DM.
Love those words.
I mean, even just traveling through the city, I can hold the action to teleport us back.
Invisibility.
I also can.
Invisibility lasts 60 seconds, by the way.
No.
But you got the greater.
Greater
lasts
invisibility
longer.
Greater invisibility lasts 60 seconds. It's the hang on 1 second.
The normal one.
It's greater invisibility lasts 60 seconds, but isn't interrupted by anything. You can cast spells, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Invisibility lasts an hour or 10 minutes?
Yeah,
An hour.
But if you interact with anything or cast a spell,
It drops.
Can't do anything. But again, you guys can certainly try.
Ira will go along with whatever the group decides, but Mom did tell us.
Yeah, Mom told us no.
She said it wasn't a good idea.
I
She
did
didn't
try
exactly say no. She said we could all die very, very quickly.
It's too bad the squirrel went to as of their own, because if we could have spoke to it in any way, maybe Mr. Reginald has a way to call the treehouse from the outside.
As a squirrel?
Well, he just could tell us how to do it.
So, where are you guys going? It's time to pick.
Well, we're gonna go to Wintercrest first anyway.
Okay, then we'll go to Wintercrest. So, you guys can take the benefits of a long rest if you need it, or have not done it already. The next day, it's gonna be a lot of manual labor packing up this huge encampment. Luckily, you do have a lot of hands. Most people are told to be responsible for their own belongings. As you do sort of cross the threshold. Sorry, threshold would be scary. The threshold of the uneven snowy plains of Elwahan in the northeast. Eventually, you will see in the distance, kind of buried into the side of the mountains of Eternatui, the Black Tower. This is the first time most of you have seen this in person. The strong, rectangular, kind of at a diagonal black tower that kind of comes up a little bit near the top. I mean, you've seen it hundreds of times. There is a great wall that kind of encircles Wintercrest in like a half circle next to the mountain. There's also a whole cave system part of Wintercrest, which serves as part of the city, mostly for storage, construction, but also as a safety place for people to be in case in situations like this. They're probably already filling up pretty fast with the denizens of everywhere else that exists. So the cavalry and you guys will oversee the last of the citizens going into Wintercrest. As the large gates at the front open, the large metal gates, you see on the walls of this huge ballistas and catapults, watchtowers that are filled with troops. All these troops look extremely battle-hardened. They are against this environment. Multiple weapons. They wear a lot of blue and gold, little fuzzy gold. They just look like, all of them look like pretty die-hard commandos. Are you intending on entering Wintercrest?
We know we had talked about taking time long.
Split the
We
party?
just want to make sure everybody makes it in okay, and then
Well, Ira wanted to talk to her mom, and I wanted to be
her
there.
mom wanted to talk to Ira.
I just wanted to be there for Callum's first interaction with the Lord of Wintercrest.
Lord Kairos Dragonsword.
Kairos?
Kairos. K-A-I-R-O-Z.
Oh, no X.
Hey!
There's a Z.
Yeah, but it makes sense to be there.
Like all my spelling does. Based on their cultures.
I'm gonna find Garth.
Hey, guard.
Garth. Sorry.
Oh,
Adam.
Garth. Pretty easy. You've learned to recognize his horse.
Adam.
Rhea. He looks tired.
So weird to hear someone call me that.
I can not if you'd like.
No, it's fine.
All right.
We're gonna go.
Away?
Yes, we're trying to figure out something for my friend. Trying to help him. And it's on
Okay.
another plane of existence, so I'm
Alright.
out of touch for a little while.
Okay.
And I want to let you know.
All right.
Um,
Definitely worry on his face.
I want you to help Callum.
I try to.
He offered back our status.
Yeah, he's talked to me about that a couple
You
times.
should take it.
Oh, I don't want it. I'm a knight. It's awesome.
You can be a knight and a lord. It's a cool title.
Yeah, but you're so much better at that than I am.
Well, I won't say that I won't, but
Well, what are you gonna do?
well, right now I need to be with Maximus Ultor.
Okay, you're gonna save the world. That's 2 weeks tops.
Yeah, well, I might be a lady later, but he needs help now.
Oh. Sure. I mean, I try my best in general.
Yeah.
You just learned all that stuff. I didn't really learn all that stuff, but I can try.
I'd just like you to stay by his side until I
That's
can get back.
a big job of mine.
And don't let people take advantage of him. And make sure that
Oh,
he
that's so
eats
hard.
something.
That's even harder.
Carry around snacks.
Okay. I'll make sure the prince has snacks.
And then make sure you take care of you.
I will make sure I also have snacks,
We've got to
sister.
be in one piece when I get back to Wintercrest.
It lasted this long. What could possibly go wrong?
Why would you say that?
To see the look on your face.
I hated it every second.
I knew you would.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there.
Stay safe, sister.
Me too, little brother.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about us without you, to be honest.
We'll be back.
Yeah, just hurry.
Hopefully it's fast. Hopefully it's a get there, save friend, get
2
back.
weeks tops.
2 weeks tops. I'll set my calendar.
Alright. Okay.
It's almost like they're actually siblings.
I play a lot of siblings for Amber's characters.
Okay.
Lucky's sister, Samira has a third brother out there somewhere.
Somewhere.
Anyway. You still haven't entered Wintercrest.
Oh wait, did we?
Yeah, that's why I was saying goodbye to Garth so that
Outskirts,
we didn't have to
yeah.
go into Winterquest.
You could go in.
So did we decide we're going to Vordaeron or?
I think we should go to the Feywild.
Just go straight there.
I would like to find a blacksmith, actually. Not like just kind of drop it off kind of thing.
You want to go in Wintercrest and find a blacksmith?
He wants to describe Wintercrest so bad.
I don't have. I already kind of did. It's a big circular city built into the side of the mountain, big cave system, huge black tower.
I just don't think we should take into Wintercrest. Last
I'm a
bastion of
mage
humanity.
Fair enough.
Penelope
If you
and
do-
Callum are here, though.
That's true. If we're with Penelope, you're probably fine.
Is Callum going in?
Yeah, Callum is going in. This is where Callum and Penelope are going to stay.
Could I potentially give that Axonite axe to Callum and ask him to take it to a blacksmith? Or find something?
Sure.
Or someone less important.
You could also go find a smithy. It's alright if you would want to do that.
They
You're your own person.
There would have
Yeah.
been ones in the camp too.
Yeah,
No,
but
these
you
are
see
like
a
the good
blacksmith.
ones.
Like a really good one.
I understand what he's talking about here. These are the good ones.
Yeah.
If Mark wants to go in, I will go with him.
I know, but I just said goodbye.
Yeah,
You don't have
go.
to.
You guys can stay out here.
We were. I was gonna wait outside.
Okay, I'll wait outside with Ron then.
Kevin?
This is not safe for you.
Into Wintercrest or wait outside?
Who you gonna pick? Who you gonna hang out with?
Sorry, we're splitting the party, but honestly, I think that she's right.
Sora would stick with him anyway. She promised Gary.
Girion is also supposedly here somewhere.
Hypothetically.
All of your friends that you know that are left are at
Except for TJ
Unlucky.
It's true. TJ and Lucky.
and Emmy. Emmy's up there somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
She's a little cold to you guys sometimes.
That is fair.
Yeah, she mean.
She's Bat Druid.
Just waiting for the day that that goes.
Kevin?
Remember Effie? Probably did. Should let her know that something happened to Imogen.
I'll wait outside the gate until everybody's gone in. I'll wait outside.
He picked the cool group. I just wanted to be toxic, I'm sorry.
Take a die of mean damage.
Okay.
Just kidding. Alright, then Marv and Ira, we will go inside Wintercrest.
Take an anti-inspiration.
So,
I'm not scared.
it's been a while since you last walked through these gates, Ida. As you immediately see the buildings of white stone that go down into this large area. This whole city is built around and into the mountains. You Marv, can actually see there are houses and buildings that kind of go upwards, built into the side of this mountain as a big defense system. At the peak of this mountain, multiple fortresses made for defense way up there. So the entire thing kind of looks like a big mountain castle with watchtowers, fortresses. This is easily the most secure place, maybe on the continent, of Barad-dûr. The Black Tower is usually where the Lord is. Really bustling town. All the transient things are pretty crazy. There's lots of guards, people at their post. But you just see like every rooftop has like a ballista, a cannon, a watchtower filled with guards. Lots of people with like heavy crossbows and heavy ammunition here. Of like, they don't mess around here. If they
Shoot my boys.
Oh yeah. Like when you will need to give a command to the Talons before you leave. So they'll probably hang back near the end. We'll come out in a little bit.
Yeah.
This place just rocks. It's really cool. In fact, even in your travels alone, you've heard legends of the sanctuary that is Wintercrest. The unbreachable walls, the Black Tower, the might of Dragonsor, which is what they call their legion of military that just no one messes with. That being said, Ida, despite the crowds, you still know your way around the place you were raised.
So, I'll lead Marv to a blacksmith, the best one I know of.
The best one you know of.
Did we ever ask Urian who crafted his sword?
No. You did. He didn't answer.
That would have been nice.
Oh, right now, yeah.
He's probably here.
Maybe. Okay. There is a royal smithy that you know of here. That's kind of a gamble on whether they would be here. But you also know that most blacksmiths in town are pretty hardy. So if you find a blacksmith, it's probably someone that can take an order. Azanite is a little tricky, though. You also weren't super in tune with, like, weaponry so much. In fact, still not. So you would have to go by reputation. So you can try to get to the royal smithy and see if you can use some connections there, or we can just go to a blacksmith.
Is the royal smithy what the guards use?
Definitely.
Okay. I would say that's probably what I was misfamiliar with. So, there's the royal smithy. Or there's literally anybody else.
I like to send the royal one.
Of course you do. Solid choice.
Okay.
She'll lead him there.
So you're gonna get pretty close to the Black Tower now. You find yourself in its shadow as it towers, as the tower does, as it towers above you guys. There's something about the presence of the Black Tower and the snow just carefully flying down, as if the weather itself has fear of going into Wintercrest as an uninvited guest. So you will find the royal smithy near the Black Tower. It's a huge blacksmith. Outside you see multiple presses going, multiple chimneys of smoke, extremely well guarded.
Do I recognize any of them?
Make a perception check.
Perception?
Yep.
5 plus 17 is 21.
21. You won't notice any of these guards per se that you recognize as people, but you do recognize who they are saluting. This is not the Lord Kairos. but you do see Lady Artemis Dragonsaur, his wife, as she stands there with this huge, awesome-looking, like, black iron and red crossbow. She has this huge, dark cloak that is, like, furred on the top. It looks like the fur of, like, this monstrous beast. As she divvies up some orders, she has, like, this vest covered in, like, weaponry. She stands very tall, her blonde hair kind of tied and going down one side. She has very strong features, as she commands a lot of respect from these men. That's probably the only one you recognize here. Again, this is very busy. There's a line of soldiers going out the door. People are constantly bringing in wheelbarrows. Take these! People, excuse me. People are having to push by you.
Well, this is it.
So I just go and ask him about an asthmatic axe.
Well, there is one, and I'm not sure I have that much sway here.
You two are drawing an awful lot of attention. Urian is behind you.
Yay!
Are we? I hoped we wouldn't.
You are.
Great.
Quick question. He doesn't use 2 hands.
Yes.
Where can I get this fixed?
You couldn't have brought someone with a bag of holding with you to hide the giant glowing green axe?
Nobody else wanted to come.
I can see that.
I didn't even really want to come.
I did.
Follow me. This place is probably too busy for you right now anyway. He's gonna turn around, his black feathered cloak will go behind him. He fits in really well with a lot of the dark blues and blacks of a lot of the fur of a lot of these troops. He's gonna take you to a different smithy.
Great.
Don't be fooled. This is one of the finest workers of the craft that I have met. Also, her dad is the lord of this place.
Oh.
Aww.
He'll take you to this blacksmith. You do see on the outside there is this black dragonborn with horrible posture, kind of working around. He has like this tray, this bucket of like something magma or something that he is moving around, and he kind of acknowledges you guys. This was an NPC from Craneshire, if those of you who have been there. You guys didn't go in the blacksmith during your one shot, but this was the blacksmith that was in Craneshire. She's the daughter of the Lord and Lady of Wintercrest. No, but she's good.
So sorry to bother you.
Oh, you want to go in the blacksmith?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So as you go, or do you want to go talk to the black dragonborn guy?
yeah. Him.
I'm busy, he says in Draconic.
Okay, sorry.
I forgive you.
Thank you. I'm just gonna turn around.
Kyrie's inside.
Okay.
As you walk in, there is a very small woman, human woman, in here. Very messy brown apron. She has a lot of assistants in here, and you do see there's a lot of grown men like watching her work and like taking notes and stuff. She has these big goggles she wears on her forehead, pink hair that goes down and is kind of short. And she's like bringing out like rows of weapons on this thing from a forge, and some of the workers are going about it. Kyrie. Like, oh. He's gonna take off the gun. She actually just drops the thing. Oh, geez, sorry. Stormcrow! Oh, wonderful! Come on in. Do you have more of the weird stuff? She gets like really excited. She like rushes towards the front desk.
It's a little big for me.
Me too. Morgan! You're gonna hear from outside. The hunched over black dragonborn will reappear. Kyrie Dragonsaur, pink hair, very small, like 5'2" human woman. Bunch of assistants, a lot of adult blacksmiths trying to learn from her right now as she's forging multiple things at the same time. She's awesome.
This is so cool.
Morgan, could you, we just need a downsize. It's a little too heavy for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little downsize.
A little downsize. All right. Okay. Well, I've worked with this material twice. Thank you, Giria. Just don't tell my dad about this. Don't tell her, Dad.
I don't think we'll get the chance.
You got it, buddy. Did he say that in Draconic?
Yeah. It's grumble. Yeah, they'll take the axe from you. And like, all right. And are there any adjustments you would like made to it? Right now, it's a one-sided large battle axe. Sure. It'll cost you a little bit more. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Get all of the bells and whistles.
Well,
Loaded
Girian,
up.
I'm assuming this is very high priority. These are members of Maximus Ultor. Oh, you don't? No way. I actually met some of them very early on in their career. They were so nice. I think Joan was her name. She was a little too nice. And Kevin and someone named William. William, I think, was his name, and something with a Z as well. So nice people.
Only Kevin and Joan are still around behind her.
Do you know any of them?
We're very familiar
Yeah.
with Kevin.
Kevin's a good friend.
Okay.
Joan's in a chrysalis. You knew that.
Yeah, quiet one, that one. Yeah, I can try to have this ready for you by the end of the day, if that's what you're going for. I'm pretty efficient. Again,
Just as soon as possible.
Yeah, we can let them know.
right. Of course. She's gonna actually take out this little azonite dagger that looks like it's been formed into be kind of a tool. It kind of goes up and has a pick effect. She's gonna start making taps in it. Okay. Last time I had a paladin friend, I might need to call him, but I should be able to have this done by the end of the day. When you expecting to pick it up? I can also hold on for you. I know Maximus Ultor is very busy.
Let me ask something really quick.
Sure.
How long would you expect it to take?
Again, if I rush it, I can have it done by the end of the day.
Okay.
Go for Kevin? She will take about until the end of the day for Mark's axe.
I'm like 10 gold in the hole.
She offered for, are you guys playing spoonies? I love it. She did offer to hold on.
Would you like the rest of the day to try and get out the hole?
I mean, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless you try to get out of this, but...
No, I really want this.
No, we can wait for Mark's thing. I have things that I can do while we're still here.
Okay.
It's like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Did you find a good smith?
3 and then
Yeah, a really great one.
Yeah. Girian took us here. He's paying for it.
It's the Lord's daughter.
One of 7 daughters. He is a girl dad.
That's awesome.
No sons yet. He's working on it.
he's working on it.
Very nice. Well,
See you at the end of the day then.
Alright.
okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay. For the sake of brevity, Girian will make a payment. Kyrie will get right to work very excitedly. She's kind of like bounces as she like lifts up part of the axe. She can't lift the whole thing by herself. Morgan.
So cute.
Morgan lifts it over his shoulder. You kind of understand where he gets his bad posture now, but it's a very strong dragonborn.
In Draconic, I'm gonna say, keep up the good work, bud.
You too. That didn't make sense. Stupid Morgan.
No, you're good. We're gonna go now.
You've met him before.
I just
Session 2.
Yeah. Wow.
Here we are on session 96, I think. Of the whole campaign.
It's been a while.
Been a while. Or 99? This might be 99. 74 plus 25. I mean, the crazy one. Okay, Ida and Marv, the city is now yours for the day. I don't know if this changes your guys' plans of waiting outside at all. Set up a little campsite. Okay, you guys are gonna be watched very carefully. Okay, great. Just try to keep it down. The mic will still pick you up. You guys are doing great. I haven't noticed yet. Kevin, does this change your plans at all of going into the city or not?
We'll probably go meet Kyrie.
Did have the thought to what I'm thinking of is probably more artistry than blacksmithy. That it was the combining of
Super artificy. Yeah.
Thunder Helm and Intellect to one dumbed down version of the two in mind.
You gotta find Lucky or Wilbur
Yeah.
for that one.
I figured. So,
You're good. Textons too. Marvin Ida. The rest of the day is now yours. Anything you would like to do in the city before going back to the axe?
Is Gurion still there?
If you'd like.
Gurion,
Aye.
not that you are meant to be our guide, but you did seem that we were drawing a lot of attention.
The big glowing green axe was
Just it? That was it?
mostly.
Great. Well, never mind then.
Do you need something?
Well, I was just gonna ask if you could have us sneak around to Elvia's temple, but
He kind of smiles at this. We can certainly try.
Yes.
well, if we're not worried about it, we can
I
just
mean, I
try.
don't think unless you have enemies in the city,
Not per se.
I can help you if you need. It just might be difficult for you to keep up with myself.
That makes sense.
But you got a lot of armor and he's tall.
We'll just walk. It's
All right.
Thank you for everything.
Of course. Here's a little extra something if you need. We'll give you a pouch. 40 platinum.
Dang.
You got Bruce Wayne. That's 400 gold pieces as well.
Yeah.
And a little pouch.
I guess we're just going to the temple. I'm assuming that's where my mom is.
Sure, if you'd like to go there.
I don't like how you said that.
He's not pleased.
Totally up to you.
That is my intent.
Great, let's go. So as you do travel to the temple, you can spot it from a distance. It's this huge. It's very rare that you actually see churches and temples that are dedicated to one goddess, but in the front of this, there's like this pool, this frozen fountain beneath a beautiful visage of this goddess wearing this beautiful gown. Around the back of her is this large halo that goes along the back. Her hair is very long, goes down to almost her thighs behind her. She has a soft smile. There's beautiful colors of green and blue and silver all about in tapestries that show the sparrow. There's little statues with small sparrows' nests on them, sculpted out, as there's this huge double staircase that goes around it and then up to the top. This goes up for multiple levels. This is the capital of the god crown, Elwia. You definitely feel her presence and her influence here immediately.
I will bow to the statue.
Yeah, your sigil will glow probably a little bit just being here.
Marvel will do a little bow.
This is his equal. I should grow my hair out here. And then I'll pop in.
Okay.
I've never had hair.
So, as you walk up to the temple, you get in, and I mean, beautiful antechamber. There's maps of the world here, and a lot of them of like showing it in like these feminine hands, a lot of imagery like that. The sparrow in the hands is a big thing. Kind of reminds you of when Callum kind of caught that sparrow as well. Multiple there's like visages of that kind of protrude from the wall in pure white marble, and multiple statues for praying. There's a lot of people praying at this temple at this time. With any sort of passive perception, Ida, people are talking about you. You have been noticed, and whispers are being passed through the priests of this place. What?
What are they saying?
You probably can't hear them. It's pretty gossipy, but at this point, there's so many people here that they're not even. You are the daughter of the High Priestess, Ida. That's a really big deal, and she is one of the most powerful NPCs in this country.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild.
Where is she?
She's probably deeper into the temple. Is there anything else you would like to do out in this area?
I mean, I guess I'll see if I recognize anyone, like recently.
Sure. Make a perception check.
That's cocked. That is the same roll. Okay. That's another 22.
22. You would probably recognize a lot of these people. People in this field don't tend to find different jobs. As far as remembering names, that might be tricky, but a lot of the staff here are people that you are like, oh, it's you, but older. So if you'd like to interact with a lot of them, you can. You don't see any traces of any of your other family or associates in here other than that. But if you do go further in to the inner chamber, you will see a prayer being spoken in an old language. Do either of you speak Celestial?
I do.
Yeah, you'll understand the prayer that your mother is currently uttering for a chamber filled with people who a lot of these people probably just got here immediately like, okay, I need faith, because there's not much else here. She is just praying that their freedom will be upheld, that the beauty of choice will be regarded, and the choice to defend themselves will be honored and strengthened as they look forward in faith and hope and charity. But as you walk in, you will see a darker-skinned woman who is the mother of Ida. She's wearing these long silver robes with blue and green embellishments, long golden earrings, and a sigil that hangs from her neck. She's kind of an imposing force in this room. She almost has like strangely elvish features, but she's just in the way that she's tall, very proud. In my notes. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Her hair is braided down onto one side. And yeah. You can wait for her to finish the prayer. I assume you will probably do that. If
Yeah,
you're trying.
before even entering the room.
She has definitely seen you, by the way. You see a smile come across her face as she sees you from across. She'll actually hurry the prayer on just a little bit, which is very unlike her. But she'll wrap it up. People will start to come in and go out if you would like to approach.
Alright, and I will take a knee at the appropriate spot in the room.
Sure.
Before you go in, I was going to be...
Free will. Okay.
So, take a bow in the proper spot. Hey, priestess.
Daughter.
You said you wanted to speak?
I said I wanted to see you. Can you guys hold the
Yeah, we
spoon for
decided
this
to hold-
interaction?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to see you. It's not always business. It's just nice to see my daughter again. I've missed watching you grow.
It's only a couple years. You saw most of it.
Not enough. I've missed you. I respect your choice to leave, of course. Were you worried? Oh, she's gonna lean down and pick you up. She's gonna take you into her arms.
I missed you too.
You are never far from my prayers, my child.
I can't hear you.
You are never far from my prayers, my child.
No, you're mine. How was everyone?
I'm sorry.
How was everyone?
Who would you like to know about?
I've heard that say the most.
Brother is your brother, still. He hasn't changed much. Your, betrothed is still around. He visits, he asks about you.
So he's not married.
No, he's betrothed to you.
Say that?
Sorry, did you say Seda? She's well. The children are well, safe inside our walls. They ask about Auntie Ida.
I'm sure they are very big now.
I believe she would have had the youngest while you were gone. It's been more than 3 years, right?
About 3 years.
Yeah. She had the baby, Demir. She's healthy. She works in the community and she's very busy. You've made some powerful friends, I've heard. I mean, you've grown so much yourself. I can feel the goddess's presence and her power within you.
She's been very kind to me.
I'm so proud. Who knows if it's your intent? Maybe you'll take place here as the head of this cathedral one day. I would love that for you.
Maybe.
You're not staying here very long, are you?
Not this time. We are leaving at the end of the day.
Yeah, when she says that, she motions to Marv in the back. Marv, there's some like cool statues around that you could touch if you wanted to, but
Oh, well, yeah.
There's
he's definitely eavesdropping at least a little bit.
yeah, sure. I mean, the acoustics in here carry quite a bit. There is like another like hands jutting out from the wall with a sparrow in it that you kind of like.
Yeah.
Mark!
Yeah.
Please don't touch anything.
Sorry.
Will you just come in here?
Kind of like waddle his way embarrassedly into the room.
Marv?
That's it. It's up to you.
It feels like Neil with his head down.
Oh, thank you. It's quite all right. My name is Lana.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for taking care of my daughter.
Of course.
I'm sure she takes care of you. She does that. She always has.
Brought me back from the dead a few times.
Oh, when
Not-
did you?
Not like you do. I mean, I've done that once, but not like you do usually. And it wasn't Marv.
If it's by the goddess's will, of course I support it. Just be careful. I wish you talked to me before you started doing the spell. She's not angry, just very worried. Like
It was one time, and it wasn't Marv. It was a pirate named Foxy.
A pirate.
Much better.
okay, just be careful with whom you share that power and information with.
Yes, ma'am.
Of course. Thank you. I wish we had more time. When you return, we should speak. I know loosely that conflict is coming to Wintercrest, and I will be here, and you will be here, and I have plans to help the people, but we should maybe the next time you're here. Do you have time to visit the young ones and your sister?
That's alright. I mean, they have until the end of the day.
Sure. I'll see if I can arrange something. It's very good to see you. Excuse me, I will go send something out at once. I'll try to have them come here.
Oh, that was so cute. That's so wholesome. I was expecting her to be a bad word.
Okay, is there anything else you guys would like to do here while you wait?
Not a bad word, women, maybe.
I mean, Ira would like to show off the library here.
Yeah.
Assuming they have like those.
I mean, it's all gonna be religious texts, stuff, lots of information.
Look, this is where she spent most of her time.
Yeah. You can show Marv a couple of books, probably the ones that have pictures in it. You know, they have like the younger version of it that's like illustrated.
For the children.
Yeah, the cardboard ones. You probably really enjoy those. Yeah.
And this is the deal that Elvia made with Hole to create humans?
That's beautiful.
Your eyes are drawn to the picture of the spear on there. That looks pretty cool.
Who's that one?
She doesn't really like to talk about him.
Oh.
It's her ex-boyfriend.
Oh. My sister was associated with the spear, I believe.
Oh.
Probably should bring that up to your mom.
I mean, you could. Elvia doesn't really discourage any of the other god friends.
Okay.
We just be careful about that one.
Okay.
Okay. So, for the sake of brevity, we'll come forward to when Lana re-enters. She will not have Seda with her, unfortunately. But you will see as she comes in holding the hands of these 4 little children. There's about a 10-year-old girl. I mean, they all look like little mini Idas to you, Marv, as they walk in. She is the antechamber cleared. The girl will address you as Auntie Ida, Auntie Ida! She's gonna run up and give you a big hug around the legs. She has grown so much since you last saw her.
Oh my goodness, I know that they are all named. This is Zoroya?
Zoroya, yes.
Hello, Zoroya, how are you?
I'm good. Wendell has glasses now. Shut up!
Wenzel, you look very smart.
Thank you. I agree. Artem can talk now. That's cool. And Artem, the middle of Wendell and the youngest, is gonna kind of hide behind his older brother a little bit, staring at you. He's like carrying a blankie.
Artem, I don't expect you to remember me.
You look like my mom.
That tends to
And
be
my grandma.
That tends to be the case, yes.
Why?
We are related?
Why?
A lot of existential questions for
When a mother and a father love each other.
It's free will, baby.
Lana will stop you there. This is Demir. That's the one that she's holding. Young boy. Sucking on his thumb.
Hello, I am your aunt.
He's gonna like put his head back. He's shy.
Okay.
He will learn to love you once your journeys are through.
I'm sure.
Would you like me to tell anyone you passed through?
Not Matthias.
Understood.
Let's. Well, I suppose you can tell Matthias. If you tell Rolly, then Matthias will know.
I can let word of mouth travel.
I'm not.
Who's that? Wendell's gonna point at Marv.
This is my good friend Marv.
Do you have any snacks?
Do I?
You have rations. For, probably like tack bread.
I have some not very good bread if you want.
Oh, is it spicy?
No, just doesn't taste great.
Oh, I don't like that either. Do you have any stories?
Or no. Well.
Are you gonna marry my aunt? You're a dragon. Are they engaged? I think they're engaged.
Not engaged. I am a dragon. I died a little bit ago. I came back.
Whoa, they all say that. The shy one turns their head around.
Yeah, yeah, Aunt did that, kind of.
I didn't kill him.
They're gonna sit down and around you and start listening.
Oh, okay.
So.
One day I was on a boat.
Yeah,
We're not in charge of anything.
Yes. Anyways, when you get down to the basics of the world, we are all water.
And that is enough of your stories. Yes, Marv.
Aw, well, Auntie, you're no fun. I want to hear the story.
Do you want to? Let me tell the story.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I say, no, let me tell the story?
Would you like to? You can
My
make a
persuasion
contested.
is a
You can make a
16.
contested persuasion check if you'd like to.
16.
Like
My persuasion's a 16.
Oh.
Can I do the opposite of guidance?
Yeah, never mind.
that.
It's like a 2.
And
Yeah, at the sternness of Ira, they'll all.
distraction.
Okay,
Bane or something.
you can tell if you'd like to. Unless you want to say something specific, we can recount your
Yeah, no,
travels.
it's just recapping Marv's beheading and then the goddess Elwia's great power.
Did you see Elwia when you died? This is the oldest girl. Oh, the only girl.
Hmm?
I did not that I know of.
They like gasp and look at
I mean,
look at the high priestess.
It was just very dark. She might have been there.
It's a journey, and they go. Oh.
Yes. Very dark journey, but
How many times have you died?
I think just the one. I was close a few times.
Ooh.
I don't think you've died back, really.
Yeah. It was just the beheading.
I'm very good at my job.
All right. So, we've been here a while. Are there any other interactions you'd like to have with the kids or Alana before we move forward with the day? Pick up the axe and rejoin the group.
Not specifically. I mean, she'd like to hug them all.
Yeah, give them all. They're a big group hug. Even the youngest will now they won't do the full hug thing, but like while holding Lana's hand, they'll just like push their head into you as they're like distracted by something else, and then move on. So, any other interactions you'd like to have with Lana in this temple? This is always your home, as long as you choose. Come back soon.
What?
Come back soon.
No more than 2 weeks is what I'm hearing.
All right. She'll give you a big hug. She'll come give you a hug too, as well, Marv.
Thank you.
She's actually like pretty average height. She just holds herself very high. Thank you. You can use the back exit if you don't want to draw too many eyes.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Yes.
Sure. So, going through Wintercrest, picking up the axe, going back. Anything you guys would like to do during that? Probably go into nighttime at this point. People have come in. It's getting kind of late. You guys are probably by a fire now in the cold.
Sora's by herself with a storm cloud over her.
Okay.
Yeah.
TLDR.
God, how many did you lose?
Where are you guys?
Money I didn't have.
You didn't have any of that gold?
No, Kevin spotted me. That was the whole thing.
You can all you can all regather outside the walls of
Did I just
Wintercrest.
spot you back to 0. I don't know how long I
You definitely spot me back to 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Because Sora owes me 17 gold right now.
That's
And
great.
I only had 5.
Yeah, Sora looks a little glum, but the rest of your party is gathered around.
I was doing quite well.
What happens here?
Hey, what's...
I am much better at Spoomy than I thought I was.
Ah, gambling.
It's a game of luck!
That's why I don't play it.
I don't know, you were getting really ballsy near the end there.
You beat me by 1! By 1! You got a pair of 6s versus a pair of 5s!
Oh.
Care to try again?
Kevin won't give me any more.
Probably for the best, considering that performance.
How about we don't anger the sorcerer that's going to help us cure your issues?
He's trying to be like cheeky but friendly about it.
Yeah, she's
I
gonna
promise.
shock you for sure.
Okay, I'll stop.
It's the screenshot of
Okay. So, the day is over. It's nighttime. You guys have all your spell slots. What's the plan? Go ahead.
Straight to the Feywild.
To the Feywild?
To say what?
You don't have any way of finding out if someone's dead from afar, right?
Not particularly, no. I can talk if I have a body in front of me. I can trap a soul if need be immediately after they die. You haven't seen me do that before. I haven't really had
Yeah,
the chance
that's
to try that.
terrifying. Tell me more about that one.
It's called Soul Cage. Anyway. I told you about that one.
No, that'll be canon. So.
All right.
No, I can't. What are you trying to get me to figure out if Imogen is?
Still alive or not? If she
If-
was
if I
alive
could-
somewhere in the city and just couldn't contact us.
If I could find out, I would have told you. But I have no way of determining that, unfortunately. All right. So at this point, would I have prepared that in advance, knowing that this was going to be like put my blood or a piece of?
Yeah, it's 3 actions.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're gonna say for the sake of brevity that I prepared it already.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna really, really, really try to think hard about No Haven.
You can hear a voice in your brain.
Where do you think they will go?
There's so many voices.
There's a couple of different voices that this could be.
There's so. Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I got really excited about the many voices you could be hearing in your head. No, it's this.
Frog? Wix! Time? Wax! Crown! Book!
You just gave me the code.
Who is this?
Oh, yes, dude.
End of transmission.
Oh, is that the response to your sending?
No, this is right now.
Oh. And you send it.
Yeah. So using that code.
You can respond to that message if you want.
Well, I guess I'll see you soon then.
He's so excited. Look at him.
Yeah, that's.
I want to respond, but I'd have to cast it again.
Yeah, no,
That wouldn't happen.
Yeah. So using that code.
What code?
That's so messed up.
Frog, Wax,
He said
Crown.
wax twice.
Wax, Book. Is it
Okay.
5?
Okay, would you like to cast a spell?
I would, using the ring, I would like to use.
I won't make you do this. This is just for fun. Yeah, you were close. Frog, Wex, Time, Wex, Crown Book.
Oh, I was.
You're really close.
Okay, it was time. That was the one that I was missing. So yes, I would like to cast teleportation circle.
Using the...
Ring.
Okay. It's more using the magical object than casting a specific spell.
Okay, okay.
So, as you do this, go and roll a d100 for me.
47.
Okay. How many targets would you like to take with you to the Feywild?
Any NPC friends we want to take along?
I don't think we have any now.
You're out of them.
Yeah, that's fair.
DM said no.
Are we allowed to bring Tabler?
Sure.
Okay, then I would like to bring...
And does Drake count as another?
Yeah.
Okay,
Is Drake summoned?
Yeah.
it's always...
You, also, you might want to command your talents real quick. You said we're going to do that.
Ooh, yes. Thank you for reminding me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, before I do all that, I will do a quick check-in with the talents. I will... Essentially, I will assign them to... here, I'll do this. I'll actually do
Sure.
it in character. I'll go up to Leroy.
Sir!
In the middle of rehearsal.
I'm gonna miss you guys so much.
Oh.
So,
Aww.
Is it 3-part harmony?
It is. It's all tenors.
Aw.
It's all tenor.
That's really
We lost a baritone recently.
So
And then there's a very late. Aww.
there he is. I am going to be departing for a short amount of time. I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to be. For the time being, what I would like you to do is station yourselves in Wintercrest. You can align yourself with the guard as best you can, but I want the main focus to be gathering as much intel as possible about anything. I want as much information as about what will inevitably be the future end to our magnificent tale. I want to know everything.
Sir! And then Leroy will be, you heard the captain. Find out the information, pick up the pieces, and build a new nest. Aye!
And there's quite a few very good blacksmiths I've heard in Wintercrest, so I'd advise you all to take advantage of that as best you can.
I will give you a list if you ask.
Yes.
Sure.
I will. Rowan will take that list and bequeath it to Leroy.
List of locations, sure.
Do they need money?
Honestly, I will actually leave them with my finances.
They have a treasurer, but sure.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, there's a treasurer.
But did they have like
Most of it was probably at the nest now, so
Yeah.
the acapella group will probably hit some taverns.
I will donate. It's not. Exactly.
You just earned a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I did.
Just scoot over the pile that's still like.
Actually, that brings me just up to 300 gold pieces.
Aw.
So I will leave 300 gold pieces for them. That's about as good as I can do. I don't have
Charlie, the treasurer's gonna be like, ah, a task.
and I will. Yeah. And yeah.
Beautiful.
That'll be that.
All right.
Cool. And yeah. Now I will.
Whoa!
Oh.
All right, friends. Let's go to the Feywild. So, I believe this is everyone's first time here except for Rowan, canonically.
Cute.
So,
Let's go.
Thomas.
a world mostly untouched by the communities, curses, and the plagues of mortal life. You immediately find yourself standing in water. As you look down and you see in the most pristine water that you've ever seen, so clear that it looks like you could pass through it to another realm or another time, you see little pebbles gathered to make a teleportation circle here. With the sigils and the order that you looked on the outside. As you look up, you do see the ceiling above you, as most of the light here is coming from life itself. The plants, the trees. You look up and there's like solid ground grass growing downwards. You look over to the left and you see there's almost what you would expect to be like very long kelp, but it's red and it's not in water. It's just together in a forest, and it sways as if affected by life in that sort of way. You see some of the water kind of flowing upwards and downwards in streams. Life moves here as if the entire world is alive around you. You hear tranquil bugs in the distance, different beast sounds, probably different kind of beasts than the ones you're used to. As you find yourselves in this tranquil environment, large trees tower in the distance. You see a semblance of a swirling bluish-green sky, almost a turquoise, that seems to be ever moving. And around you, you wouldn't believe your eyes, just a few fireflies. Wisps float around like spirits on the wind. Welcome to the Feywild. What would you guys like to do? The air just feels so much better here. And it's less dark.
It's been so long. Doesn't that just feel nice? Take a deep breath of that. Man. Alright.
Smells like dirt.
Marv's just gonna like cup his hands in the water, like take a sip.
As you go to
Don't
sip,
drink anything.
as you go to sip, the water leaps out of your hands. Back into the pool below.
Far too fully for this water.
Is there like a don't eat or drink or you can't leave kind of thing with this?
No. Fair wasn't like that. I would say there's a good deal of wild magic at play, as you could probably imagine. So just expect the unexpected. But
As you say that, over from the uphill stream that kind of is traveling upwards and disappears, you are going to see a flurry of bubbles kind of start floating around. And as they collide with water or grass or vines just hanging out, they just kind of bounce off them and bounce off each other, sending reflective ripples to the air. They bounce off you as well.
no effect.
No, not currently. Bubbles mean a pretty good thing to you, though.
Is that a form of magic
It's a
that
big Nox thing, is bubbles.
bubbles?
Yeah.
Cute.
If you pop them, sometimes they speak. What do you call an alligator with its vest open? Sexy!
I must have gotten the order wrong.
That was all from one bubble. Some of them just don't make sounds. One of them makes a.
Is this wise old owl?
Oh, I mean, he's definitely wise. Eccentric is a great word.
What's your mom like?
It's actually really complicated. Nox isn't technically my dad. He just found me. I have no idea.
Great revelation to drop after you changed worlds for him.
Father figure of sorts.
He's about as good as.
You are adopted.
Yeah. I
Did
was adopted.
he name you?
Yeah, I think he did. I mean, my last name is Noxon.
Right.
But
Do you want me to explain a little bit about the town and how that works, or would you not reveal that right now?
no, I would probably give some backstory to know.
So
him
the
and
families
his
and the eggs are either found or all collected in one place, and then as they grow up and form personalities and interests, they are adopted by elders in the town. That's why all the last names have something to do with like inheritance. Nox, son. Some of them end with Ling, or I have a couple examples that are in my notes. Ling, Kin, Son, Spawn, all being like, hey, this is the sect, the adopted children of this elder of the traditions, and there's 6 of the basic traditions that they live by. knowledge and history, beauty and wisdom, creativity and ingenuity, ferocity and power, friendship and kindness, and acceptance and peace. Knox, famously, not a lot of children anymore. He's one of the older ones. He doesn't take a lot of people into his school, so Rowan didn't really grow up with siblings. So no mom. Not really. Maybe maternal figures, but...
And, I mean, very caring as a person, but a little hard to understand at times. He needs one. I think it's fine.
Definitely wasn't always this kooky from what you're getting from here. It's definitely his voice.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's getting old.
Yeah, it is. So, am I able to see No Haven at all? Or
No.
Okay.
You are shockingly not close, considering these were your instructions.
Where you sent me, huh? All right. Oh.
Do you know where we are?
Do I?
Dude, it's so hard to navigate the Feywild.
Yeah,
it's
it's
extremely hard. You haven't been here in years. You're...
The Feywild's a little,
It also changes.
Yeah, it's not exactly a static place. Our best bet's to follow the bubbles, and I'll start. I'll kind of...
The bubbles are definitely going in a direction. Good job.
Yeah.
Follow the bubbles.
I'll follow the bubbles. That seems the most...
Couldn't it be follow the butterflies?
So, as you go in, you step out of this small little grove into this big, beautiful open forest. You see this large tree in the ground. Most of the ground has a little bit of water on it, but underneath it, lush grass that is thriving or sprouting out of it. Plants coming from the top and bottom of all different colors of yellows and reds and a lot of warm tones. You see like two boar-like creatures running in the distance. There is this beautiful, like 5 or 6 butterflies that are probably like small size, like 2 feet or so, that like fly in and just over, like gliding around. And there's like a bunch of smaller butterflies that follow them in a flock, and a couple of them are gonna fly down towards Kevin. There's a flurry of butterflies. We're gonna come around towards you. They'll all land on it, and they're all gonna look at you.
Cyanogen?
That's actually my first thought.
You can ask.
Cyanogen.
They're gonna flutter off, and then scramble, and then land back down.
Oh!
Can you hear me?
They're gonna like get a little closer. It's a little creepy.
I just pictured a lot of little butterflies.
Okay, wait, for real, Cyanogen?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
It's not
Really tiny heads.
It's a 15.
They'll like flap their wings.
Flap
Like
once
twice.
for yes, twice for no.
That's my next. Once for yes, flap twice for no.
Give them a yes or no question. Are you okay?
That was a continuation of.
You should probably say it again. They're butterflies.
Okay. Is this from Cyanogen? Flap your wings once for yes and twice for no.
Who's the other one?
Twice for no.
Zercox.
Yeah, who's the other one?
But Zercox's not butterflies. Joan and Imogen are butterflies.
Just Joe. Are you trying to tell me something? Flap your wings once for yes and twice for no.
They'll like all like look at each other for a second, and then back to you and kind of do like a.
Okay. Just gonna like up on my shoulder and see if they.
They'll like flutter up and away.
Yeah, welcome to the Feywild, man.
I thought for a second. I don't know.
They could have been, honestly.
Yeah. Maybe.
You do know Cyardrin is on Ernaxia.
Yeah.
But we don't know where Calgon is.
Maybe.
That would be crazy if Calgon was hiding in the Feywild somewhere.
Would explain why sending doesn't work.
No.
Oh, that's right. It can go to other
Nox-
places.
It can. It depends.
Yeah, Nox.
It's a lot harder, and sometimes it'll just fail if you do another.
Plane.
But could be a lot.
We continue following the bubbles.
The bubbles are a little far now because you guys got distracted by the butterflies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But one like tarries behind and like bounces up and down.
Like it's waiting for us.
Still there in
To the
place.
butterfly. To the.
It
the
literally
bubbles.
stays there as you pass it.
Oh. Hey. You can. Come on.
We're going. We
Can I
move.
pop it?
Yeah. Did I get you?
He's just gonna. Mark's just gonna like. When he yells, he's just gonna like smack just really hard, and then just like. Let's not do that again.
A bucket of water falls on you.
I knew it.
There's also a couple areas where, as you look up, you do see like these like bulging bulbous plants on the ceiling ish, and every once in a while you see droplets come from them, and then they just open and water falls out. One's like right next to you, Ira, and you're like, ah!
I'm going to step as far away from it as possible.
The ground is still water, but you're probably fine in your boots. Okay, following the bubbles.
Umbrella.
Continuing the bubble.
Okay, who's in front?
I mean,
Can we
unfortunately.
watch for wild magic?
I mean, Rowan's probably in front. Even
Rowan, roll a d100.
though- Oh dear.
I don't use tables very much,
Behind Rowan.
but I have a table.
Huh?
I said I'll be behind Rowan. He's
Okay.
saying he needs healing.
Probably. 61.
It's a wild magic table.
Kind
It
of.
might be a Feywild encounter table.
Could be a mix of both.
Oh, there's many Feywild encounter tables. Feywild's chock full of them.
Okay, so as you are walking, you do start to hear more rushing water. That sounds more like a waterfall. And as you slosh through this beautiful grove, you look, and there's this rectangle hole in the ground where the water is rushing into indefinitely. And you peer down, and it's just dark down there.
Fire it. Demon fire. Bolt.
Okay.
Down. Straight down.
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa! roll damage.
Rowan! Don't you have. Watch this. This is. Sorry.
It's
Oh,
empty.
it's
It's empty.
Don't
Roll
you have
damage.
Dancing lights?
He chose demon fire.
Why?
I don't know.
Couldn't you have done normal fire too?
It'd be the same damage.
Are you rolling damage?
I'm going to.
Okay, because it's in a rectangle hole. It's gonna hit.
Oh no. Oh, no. He's the only person who can use the ball.
Okay, that's not terrible. 12. Necrotic.
12. Who the hell? As from the darkness below, you're gonna see this swirling head on just a single vine that connects to it, and the head is like this like leaf-like face that's like bronze with like a slicked back hair design of other leaves. And it's gonna like slither up on this vine backwards. Did one of you shoot me?
This guy's terrifying.
I would never do such a thing, good sir.
Who shot me with fire?
There was this bolt of flame that flew down from the heavens.
In the Feywild?
Yeah, exactly. You never know what could happen in the Feywild.
I know, I live here! In this hole! Which one of you sent fire down?
I'm assuming all he's gonna see is just my hand like go up in some sort of way and then Iris stops.
I'm waiting for the ones who will bring me presents. Is that you?
Presents?
Presents!
I have chocolate.
As he continues that, you're gonna see like all the leaves kind of shift and like a different design, and the face will completely change to more like this kind of design. Yes, presents are supposed to be here. Presents, please.
This is a terrifying creature.
Welcome to the Feywild.
I'm a mage hand some chocolate.
Just throw it in. just disappear in the darkness. Anything else? One from each of you, perhaps?
I'll throw him a bone, quite literally.
Oh. All right. Well,
Do you accept spells as presents?
maybe.
Okay.
You're not gonna shoot another bolt of fire down here, are you?
Well, no, you took some damage. I'm a healer.
Interesting.
Got an unlit sticky dynamite.
That is not a good idea.
Sure. Okay. Face will change again to a confused face,
Had those since
and then to a really scared face.
3.
Anything else? It looks terrified. You are going to give me presents, right?
I'm working on it.
I can give you a blessing.
That doesn't sound like a present. It's gonna change to a very serious face.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word.
Okay. It's gonna like slither up out a little bit more as this vine just kind of like hangs endlessly, and it's gonna start getting closer to you, Marv.
That's as much as I can do for a level 1. He got 7 back for that.
No, he's only missing 5 now. Well, where's your present? Give me it.
I'm just gonna throw it.
Give me it.
Wow, just give him something. Just give him anything. Give him a rope. Give him a piece of a rope.
I'm just gonna throw a javelin in the hole. Here you go.
Whoa! Wow. That is a mighty. You're gonna hear a. And then the vine. And are both just gonna go live and fall into the hole.
That was my last one. Take care of it.
Rowan, keep walking. Rowan, keep walking.
Yep, walk on, let's go! And to the bubbles!
We're gonna step preciously around the hole.
Ida, roll a d100.
Oh man. Your turn.
Farewell travel, farewell travel.
That is a 29. If it was divine intervention, it would not work.
Just so you know.
So what you're gonna see is you're gonna see 2 humanoid-esque creatures actually, but they're completely made of like thorns and wood. They're about your guys' size, and they're carrying like a wheelbarrow, both of them, like one on each rope. It's actually more like a big cart, and in it are these caged little creatures of varying different colors, and they look very sad. As they're
Ira, free will. We're in the Feywild. Ira, free will.
They're all different
Evil.
colors. They're about this big. They look humanoid. Most of them are wearing like one-piece tunics. They're like red and blue, and they glow.
Ira, they could be bad guys. You don't know why they're in cages.
Am I able to determine the type of creatures that are in these cages?
Oh, you would know for sure.
What are they?
Yeah, they're pixies.
They're pixies?
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
I am asking you if it is okay.
It's really a roll of the dice with pixies. Sometimes they're super nice. Sometimes they're not nice at all. You do see these wooden creatures like kind of look at you as they approach. They have like carved out faces as well that are set.
Pixies are tricky to mess with.
This is your home.
Excuse me. Oh, that was bad or good?
What language is that?
Tree folk.
Hello?
Oh, I was hoping Sylvan.
I know primordial and Sylvan.
Just a yes. No.
We could maybe try to bargain something out of the pixies.
They are already leaving.
What if we just keep following the boat?
Yeah, let's just
The cart is gonna bump, and one of the cages, unbeknownst to the other 2, is gonna fall into the water.
Oh, it's drowning.
It's not drowning, but it will like fly to the top of the cage.
I'll pick it up. Hold it.
See like very sharp features, very long nose.
Does this seem like a bad pixie?
What do you mean seem like a bad pixie?
Insight? Can I do an insight check on that?
You need an insight check on-
Free?
Good or evil?
Ask if it's good or bad.
I'm gonna give it a piece of chocolate
Free?
with my hand.
Just gonna push it back out. Free?
Bad pixie, bad pixie. Can I
Free?
maybe tell its alignment?
No.
I already tried.
Do you have a wish spell?
Black Buck says it's chaotic.
Free? Its wings kind of vibrate a little bit.
Why would you trap? Why are you in a cage?
Do you speak Sylvan?
I do.
I don't.
So does he.
No reason at all, just complete bullies. The rest of you are like,
What he
I
said.
don't believe it.
You didn't get into any Sylvan. You didn't get into any shenanigans, did you?
no!
Insight check.
That's in common.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Can I help him?
Yeah.
Sounded pretty guilty to me.
Goodness, okay, so I have advantage with guidance. Cool. Oh, I needed it. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I rolled an 8 and then a 1 on the D4. And that's with advantage. My insight is not bad though. 16.
You win. She did something.
What'd you do?
What'd you do?
Nothing!
I know you're
I
lying.
drowned my sister!
What?
Put her back on the cart. Put her back on the cart.
Nah, just leave it.
Just
Drop
leave
that.
it.
So I just like throw it.
Put it back.
Well, this
You can.
Nah.
You can throw it.
No, don't throw it. Just
I
put it,
won't throw it.
just
put
put
the
it down.
cage on the
Just
ground.
put it down.
Back on the water.
Yes.
The water comes up to like here on the cage. They have to like sprawl
Yeah,
out on the top.
I'll put it like half in the water and say, "Welcome to the church," and then walk away.
This is my nightmare! This is my nightmare!
Can I,
Enemy for life! Enemy for life!
how far away did the cart get from us?
They're gone.
Oh,
Unless you really want to chase it down.
I was just gonna mage hand it back.
Okay.
Can I put the cage not in the water?
It's
Yeah.
only half in the water.
You put it down fully.
You wanna pick it up and put it on dry land?
Yes.
It's like she'll like settle back down onto the ground. Enemy for a while!
I did not agree to this.
Enemy for some!
How about not
For some! It's all in common now.
For till never?
For till some.
Anna, just let it go.
I hate when people don't like me.
Me too.
Well, you're gonna come across a lot of it.
That's why I killed my sister with
You shut up.
This isn't common now.
Is it still in common?
We're just gonna leave you here.
You're making your situation worse.
enemy for some, not a lot.
All right, come on, guys. Let's go.
All right, I think it's Marv's turn. Marv roll a D100.
Just as we walk, all we hear is
The legion of yellow pixies that ally the Paragon Assembly at Wintercrest. Ba-rum, bum, bum. They all have spears.
It's still some.
Just a little more!
Flying V. 95.
95.
Dang.
10 from the sun.
That would also feel like
A divine intervention, yes.
It's like they already had an Air Force. Now it's even beefier.
That was about me.
Okay, so you are going to, as you're walking, you guys come to this huge twisting vine that kind of like moves around amongst other, like almost beanstalks that are lifting up out of the ground and twirling around. And you see there's this whole system of beanstalks before you, and people are walking on them. People are upside down. People are sideways, like walking on the curvatures of these. And there's one before you. Do you choose to step on it?
Are the bubbles following the vine?
The bubbles are following the vine.
Yes.
Yeah.
I go on
Follow the
vine.
bubbles through the vine. You guys will start to get a little nervous as it starts to like go sideways and your footing will be lost, but you just kind of stick to it a little bit. As gravity moves around with these large entwining beanstalks. At one point you're walking straight up and this other like caravan is walking straight down. You see these satyrs like wave over to you guys. Ahoy!
Nice little wave.
You see them. Most of them are dragging like different creatures along behind them. One has like this big bull, or one of them has like almost a dire wolf. Two of them have unicorns. Three of them have pegasi. One has a adolescent owl bear as well. Sylvan. Oh, are you guys going to the race?
Race, you say?
Yep, this is a race.
Where at?
Oh, just over the southern river.
We don't have time for that.
There's just shy of 100 entrants now. It's all very exciting. Oh, you're strange travelers to the Feywild, you are, except for that one, probably from No Haven. You probably know a few things. Oh, they'll laugh together. Welcome if you like. It's so nice to meet the new people around in the Feywild.
They mentioned a race.
What kind of race?
Like I don't know.
Well, they're
like
safe.
They all have mounts.
Yeah, I was gonna say
You see, as they're walking, there's one satyr that's like super beefy, like all chest and arms that walks by. Big scar, huge like tattoo on the pec that goes over. As he brings along this this like purple misted horse. Looks like it could have been a unicorn at one point, but this horse also scar tattoo.
There was a part of me that was really ready for you to say like, and he's carrying a Shetland pony.
He's carrying like 3 trophies.
Yes.
This one's Helga.
These are my ladies.
These are my ladies.
Go, Teresa, right?
Definitely like the bad guy of the race. Do you guys keep going?
Yeah.
All right, Aaron, roll a d100.
As much as it would be really cool to watch that.
If I had bestow curse, I'd totally use it on the jerk one.
It's got a lot of 82. So, as you follow along the beanstalk, you end up in this grove of misty red. And you see very far above you these long hanging red vines that kind of go down in spirals. And the leaves on them grow in kind of a way where they turn, and it kind of looks like the leaves are turning, even though they're not. That happens like all around you. It gives you a little bit of motion sickness. And as you do, you see this ginormous stag walking around, probably like 15 feet high. And you see this antler design on this stag that like reaches out like super intensely, like this whole system on its antlers, and it walks proudly around. Behind it, there's a small pride of stags as well, which are more along the normal size and mostly female, as he walks around and just kind of looks over everything around him.
Ron
Amplifier, yeah.
will probably just bow.
Gonna follow his lead.
I will as well.
That as well.
Sure.
It acknowledges you, continues to walk.
Cool.
Anything else?
I liked that.
Cool. That was a demigod.
That sounds about right.
They're just around here.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Very well, it's a cool place.
D100. I think you're the last, right?
Forgotten.
Do you recognize any surroundings, or does it just kind of does
It
move all over?
it moves
8.
constantly. There are some
That would have gotten a divine
It
intervention.
would have.
There are some locations that are like permanent locations, but they
It's either
they
8 or
can shift
800.
position. But in general,
Oh
the map
no! Come on!
and some other changing landscape.
Come on!
So,
Oh, someone's gonna die.
you guys come to more of a plains kind of area, more of a flatlands in the Feywild after a while. Of course, there's one planes exactly above you of the same kind, as little pieces of grass every once in a while will like float down, but also float up, and there's huge gales that go around here, specifically empty path. And you guys are gonna hear whoops and hollers.
Did we find the race?
Anyone speak Gnomish?
No, I speak Dwarvish.
I speak halfling.
That's so annoying.
Dwarvish, you might get a couple of words. As you are gonna see these gnomes coming through on these weird devices. They're gonna come in on like these like bicycle sort of things. They're all in like leather jackets and bandanas. And they're going to like encircle you guys.
Yeah, I think we just run.
You see all these gnomes have like different colored skin. Some of them are like even like yellow with like purple spots on them.
Catch any words or think we might?
Mostly just whooping and hollering. And then you guys, one of them's gonna like stop and they all. They're really small. And one of them's gonna get up, the guy with the bandana, no shirt on, super jacked gnome. Puts like a cigarette in his mouth. Starts walking towards you guys. It's like flexing.
I'm gonna give him a little high five.
I'm gonna give him a piece of chocolate.
Crap.
Mark,
Am I dying?
You flat.
does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He's gonna grab your hand really tight.
What?
You feel like the bones crack. And he's gonna...
You got it.
he's gonna try to like flip you over and put you onto the ground. You land on the grass. It's nice and plush. You actually bounce a little bit. He's gonna look over you and spit in your face.
Do I like flick him?
Flick you back.
I want to stand up
You
and
might get
kick
the
him.
word pay if you speak Dwarvish.
I want to stand up and kick him.
I'm gonna respond in.
Boom!
I was
I would like to rage.
Do you want to rage?
Relentlessly attack him.
Make an attack roll with advantage.
Yes!
As you attempt to punt this gnome.
I thought that was a 20 for a second.
This felt like a natural 20.
19?
As you get up, he goes, boom! There's gonna be like this wall of shrubbery in the distance, and through it, just this gnome-shaped hole will appear. And they'll all look back at you. And they'll run back to their... They're all gonna right away.
There's still that one bike there, though, right?
There is the one little bike there.
I'll throw it in my bag of holding.
please. Yeah.
Okay.
Put that in your bag for me.
You can add no mech bike to your bag of holding.
Neck bike. That's
Sick.
hilarious.
You know who would love that? Leaf.
Leaf?
Oh!
It's a little big for Leaf. Leaf is like this big.
Still have fun.
I just used a rage for nothing.
That was not for nothing, good sir. That was a
super
great
worth it.
rage.
That was a great rage.
It was
Okay,
deserved.
Yeah.
so eventually you come across a large root that kind of extends from the ground, and you can see that it's kind of breathing. It's like moving around a little bit, and the bubbles urge you to follow them onto the root if you choose to follow. As you do that, you follow this for a while, and the air around you gets very misty and very thick. It's a thick fog encloses around you. The bubbles are not, you are not able to see the bubbles anymore. And it's starting to get really cold. Do you continue?
Yeah.
You're not really worried about this at all, by the way, Rowan. You continue forward until you see that all of these roots kind of meet into this giant floating tree in this nether mist as the fog breaks. And it's almost like inside of a cloud, all these roots reach up and meet at this one center root that kind of extends into like a whole system of thin roots below it. And on this tree, in the base of like where the stump would be, there is grass and dirt and land that kind of meets in a clump. And on this, there are multiple trees that are extremely old, built into the sides of dirt, soil, and thick grass, and there's tons of like tree houses built around it. It's also connected, and all these big roots also, like after they go in, some of them go out onto other platforms of dirt with more trees, more buildings, and all around it you see flying owlin.
Cool.
As you reach No Haven.
Well, yeah.
Nice.
I'm assuming not much has really changed.
No, it looks just as you remember it.
Looks just
Honestly, even more bustling than you remember. There's so many people out flying.
Yeah, it's like I never left.
What would you like to do?
Right to Knox, or is anything else piquing you guys' interest? I can be somewhat of a tour guide if you guys are curious about anything, but up to you.
I mean, I don't know. Are we doing like that tour of your childhood kind of thing? You wanna like show us where you grew up?
We don't have to. We don't really have
No,
to go
come on,
into all
straight
of
to
that.
Knox.
Right. I mean, essentially, I spent most of my childhood there. So, I mean, if we're going over places where I grew up, the library's a great place to stop.
Alright, sounds like that's the way to go.
Okay.
Make our way to Knox's library.
So, you make your way following one route. You do catch the eyes of many owlin that like just kind of look curiously. Most of them just kind of perch on branches every once in a while and whisper to each other and look curiously at you guys from different angles. There's no guards here. It's a very
Hey,
peaceful
Rowan.
place.
Visitors welcome.
Well, I mean, I can't exactly say that I've brought outsiders to No Haven before, but I think that I can talk us out of any problems that might arise. Hopefully.
So the outside mist repels most things in the Feywild. They feel cold and like stuck, and they're like, nope. They usually back out. Visitors are like welcome, but wildly uncommon.
Yeah.
The Feywild is huge.
Most people don't stumble onto No Haven. You know, it's pretty. The nice thing about having a location in the Feywild is that it's usually pretty hard to get to. It's very secluded, very cut off from the rest of the world. I can't imagine almost anybody here knows. Like nobody knows what's going on in Ernaxia.
Nox probably does.
Knox does, yeah,
Yeah.
but I can't imagine that your average No Havian.
The elders might, but probably not many of the children.
Yeah. No, it's fairly secluded, so the high-ups have knowledge of the outside world, but for the most part, it's a bit of a sanctuary.
It's pretty.
All right. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So if you follow along one of the rooted paths, you'll end up coming to this curved grass path. The grass kind of like sways, and with each footstep, the grass kind of like rests on your feet for a moment and then release you as you take the next step, almost like it's cradling you as you walk. Not like a grabby way, but just in a way that's very flow, like a car wash almost. It does clean off the bottom of your shoes from like gunk and dirt and stuff as you approach this giant cylinder of bookcases. Like the library doesn't even start on the inside. The outside wall is completely made up of this tower of books, and there's ladders and staircases that can move around it. Some of the staircases kind of like act independently, and they'll fly down for a little bit and wait, and then fly back up. And sometimes they're straight, and sometimes they'll end up curving in midair to kind of like nestle alongside of it. The top of it, the building, has like this nest design that just kind of creates a nice little roofing. There's lots of places for people to sit, even though there's actually not that many people here. And as you go in, the inside looks much like the outside, except for the inside has the moving stuff, all casting shadows from above. There are ways to go deeper into it, and there's doors and stuff where there's like, probably homes, housing. Rowan, your room is probably up there somewhere. Old antechambers. This is huge. I don't want you to think it's like just this one room cylinder. It's a really big cylinder. And you didn't really expect a lot of people to be here, right? You were, to your knowledge, the last Nox son that was adopted, and that was, a lifetime ago. And you do expect to be welcomed by the old Nox, but you are surprised when you are welcomed by someone else. You see these two owlins. One of them with brown feathers, one of them with dark gray and black feathers. As they kind of peer at you from around a corner behind this moving shelf. As you see Whis and Cavion. And even more surprising, you guys recognize these people.
Sora doesn't. I wasn't there.
Sora doesn't. But the rest of you recognize they look a little younger than Rowan, but not too much. In good health. Two of the Talons that you encountered in Azatheron. Rowan? Rowan, it's you! And they're gonna run towards you with glee, reaching out.
Yeah.
And that is where we're gonna end today's session. Right on the crux of a reunion of not all, but some of the Talons. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back same time next week in the Feywild in No Haven. Definitely there's a lot of question marks happening. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate you greatly, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.